Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. Of course, today as well as the rest of this weekend, our main objective is to get deeper into Delves and go get level 500 Pure Faction done. So that is exactly what we'll be doing right now, or at least getting further into it, I should say. Obviously, it won't be reaching all the way to the end, but making some progress on whatever mess this organization is of a delve. And yeah, probably get to around, I guess, 400. I'm not even sure how far we'd even be able to reach. But of course the goal is 500. Let me see the leaderboard if we'll ever load. Not sure why it's taking longer to load up this time around. But let's go and loading. But anyways, hello watcher, welcome. But seriously, why does it take us so long to do leaderboard? It did the same thing yesterday, though it didn't do it nearly as long as this. But oh well. Hello Chad, welcome. If any of you have any questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. There's two main things we'll be doing, obviously. We'll be doing our delves, but wow, he did a lot of delves. That is an absurd amount of delves, but we'll be doing delves and we'll be doing messing around with Mirage Queen, the 50% elemental start that ended up coming in to the game. And apparently if we get to about 320, we should be able to make leaderboard 320, 330, 340, somewhere around there by the time we actually get there. Yeah, we're on track for leaderboard then. We could do that probably within 2 hours. So how about this? We'll go until we make leaderboard, and then we'll go over Mirage Queen. That sounds like a plan. We'll probably hand out a redeem code once we reach the leaderboard. That sounds like a perfect plan then, since we're actually within range of it. You're dying often in the high 400s. What are you currently using for it? Because the team we're using right now should be immune from death, for the most part. It can still die if you're not careful with too many skulls, because Titan, while it is pretty tanky, it is not invincible. The worst comes to worst, normally the Iron Gut, after one devours enough to win the battles. Even if you don't have a hero to tank in front of it. Gonna go for double skull option here. Don't think we're gonna get it, but we're gonna try for it. Okay, now we can just kill it with that. Even if it didn't have, even if it had immune to devour, that would still kill. There we go. Hello, Original. You just got Iron Gut. What should you use on your 4th replacement Possessed King? Normally it's Sylvania Mora, but this stuff does not actually have access to Sylvania Mora. You could try a Merline. You could try Mirage Queen. Probably Mirage Queen actually out of anything. Assuming you also don't have the Zugoff, since you're just running Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, and High King Iron Gut. You'd probably want to put actually a, I just said it, Mirage Queen, in that location. And the reason for Mirage Queen is it does 4 times Curse. And with that 4 times Curse, you'll be able to devour all of them. There is nothing in Delves that has immune to Curse, other than if they have Bless, but basically nothing has Bless as well. So basically nothing in Delves is immune to it. Yeah, Mirage Queen just gets rid of any of the remaining sass effects. If you're using Apothecary, Mountain Crusher, Iron Gut, and Infernus, well, you probably should get rid of Infernus then. Infernus isn't doing anything. As I mentioned, Mirage Queen or something like that. You need something that gets rid of immune to Devour. And Curse will get rid of immune to Devour on not just stuff that has a Devour thing, but also on Impervious. So you don't need to worry about it on anything. Because that's the biggest thing that just Iron Gut teams have. If you're building an entire team just around Iron Gut damage, of course all the immunities to Devour is the biggest issue that normally has. And that's what your other troops are normally there to solve. You can even replace that Mountain Crusher with Essence of Evil if you truly had to. But Mirage Queen in the last slot also works. If you're not using it for something else. But yeah, Infernus you should stop using in Delves after about 150. Anything beyond 150, Infernus is very underwhelming in Delves. He's good in a lot of other locations, but Delves is not one of them. Okay, I'll throw Devour onto the only one that doesn't have immune. It's battles like these where an Iron Gut will fail if he doesn't have other support troops. Because we cannot devour any of these properly. This one we can stun if he pokes us with a skull, though. The other two we can't. Well, we'll try for this. Let him poke us. Ah, that's not the one I wanted you to convert. Oh well. And now we need to try transforming him again. That'll get Zoog off the full, and at this point, might as well just get Zoog off the full. There we go, and we won. Even if he gets his silence, as it means silence. Yeah, Mirage Queen's used for a lot of stuff. Even though we haven't bothered really using it much yet, other than for the one little quick pure faction we did the other day. But it is a really solid troop. As I mentioned, I will be messing with it later this stream. Still haven't really gotten the chance to test it even off stream though. But that's what later part of the stream is for. I'll see what we can get it working with. Obviously, we'll be initially messing around with it with elemental stuff, but I might even try using it in some things that aren't really that elemental based. Even just as a convert, it isn't too bad in a Doomskull team, even if you had no other elementals on the team. Because it already has its half mana start attached to it, which is nice. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't it the first Doomskull option that has a half mana start? Pretty sure it is. I need to go double check that, but I don't recall any of the other ones that naturally had one. There might have been some that would have had it by, you know, having another troop on the team. But I don't think any of them had it naturally. Okay, we'll go get that devoured, go get the other one instant killed. I guess it doesn't really... Wow, what's up with my throat this morning? But, I don't really think it matters which order we kill them in. Both gonna go down regardless, as long as we cast Zoog off the second time. Oh, it's our treasure room here. Oh, it's a leprechaun. Okay, so we'll take this, take the other two, go from there. Okay, well, we'll go get a devour there. Get the other instant kill. And he's already dead! Well then, that's one way to skull spam. Zoogof's a really funny troop sometimes. I'm really glad they finally buffed it so we can start using it. It's the only reason I even own him. If they didn't buff him, I'd probably still not own Zoogof. But ever since they made it that buff, it is such a interesting delve troop now. I'm not sure why I'm trying to get greens. That was very ineffective. But oh well. Grab all that mess, get another Mountain Crusher, that's full mana on him again. Yes. And now he's instant kill everything else. And we'll kill the first slot with skull spam. Again. There we go. Oh. I just streamed this die. Don't you dare. What's it doing? Is this going to be the, it cuts out at the beginning of stream and then stays cut out? Let's see. So far it still is. Why does it do that? There we go. Now we're back. It scared me for a second. It went out for like 10 seconds. Back now, though. So, hello, Michael. Hello, Leo. Welcome, welcome. Mirage, Queen, Obsidius, Essence of Evil. What would be the last slots? Probably Infernus. Other than Infernus, could put another AoE in there. I mean, not an AoE. Oh, well, I guess an AoE. It depends which way you want to do. Either another AoE or another skull spam. You could use it either way. And use Obsidius just for its stun. Or use Mirage Queen just for its curse. Though you still always have to make sure you have some form of alignment on it. Obviously, you don't want to just cast Mirage Queen when you're about to give the enemy 4 different 5 times or something like that. But, yeah. You, normally only... You're going to be wasting one of their abilities. Because those two abilities do not work that well together. Doomskull spam and Obsidius's damage. I guess it could kind of work, because then it makes it so there's less enemies. I'm not sure. But as far as the actual troop there, I'd expect something like Infernus. You either want to do another damage that's similar to him, or go with another Doomskull option. Like a Bloodhammer or something. And they both have a decent amount of board clear. The Doomstorm would be pretty solid with it. Even using Plague Lord with something like its Doomstorm activated would be pretty decent. Also, of any of the hero classes that currently have Doomstorm, It actually is the best of them, Plague Lord. Of course, you have to sacrifice Barrier every Brown, which is a big sacrifice, but it's a pretty decent perk. I don't use too often, but it does have a lot of potential. Doomstorm at start of battle. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this one isn't gonna change. I'm like, what is this team gonna be? It's like, oh yeah, same thing as always. Just slightly higher stats. Not by much though. Okay, so we'll move that over. Go get ourselves a Devour onto that last slot there. We can then just go clear out the board and throw it down on Mirage Queen, so we don't have to deal with that. Get that out the way. I do have to say, this team actually has decent synergy for a faction team. Most faction teams don't really run that well on one of each, but this one is good enough that you actually would. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any summon, but other than that, it has pretty much everything you would need from a faction, and some. Hello, Carbos, welcome. Hello, Xander, welcome. You were afraid I would use a team those people don't have access to? There's quite a few teams that you could use, from very cheap stuff to extremely expensive stuff. As I mentioned, we'll be going over absolutely everything with it soon. Probably another hour or so, or two, or an hour and a half. Basically, our goal is reach leaderboard, and then the rest of the time we'll be doing Mirage Queen stuff, most likely. That is probably the game plan for today. And then whatever battles we don't have done, we'll do later tonight, as well as tomorrow. So we might have a longer stream later tonight to try to get them all done. Because tomorrow I'll probably mainly do the Nintendo Switch version. There's still quite a few things I need to do on there. One of them being Guild Wars. We're going to be another one of those days where we do all of Guild Wars in one single session. And see how that goes. And the only reason I'm doing that is because my guild is winning every day, regardless of if I do my battles or not. Normally, obviously, you'd want to try doing your battles each day so that you would get your extra 100% EXP and seals and all that good stuff. However, I haven't been because we are first place in the entire game, uncontested, which is kind of funny. As far as Guild Wars is concerned, even though we're second overall in trophies, we are currently unmatched when it comes to the what's it called? The leaderboard for Guild Wars. It's been going pretty well so far. Though the #1 guild doesn't seem to be up that high yet, so I'm not sure what's exactly happening with that. I know the brackets were a little bit weird earlier. I'm pretty sure they sent a support ticket to complain. The other guild, I would too, if in that situation. But, yeah, the #1 guild in the game, but I haven't even seen them on leaderboard yet for Guild Wars. So, and it's weird because we were, my guild was placed, or not my guild, but, you know, the guild I'm currently in was placed pretty far down. I think like one of the lowest guilds. So it seems kind of weird that we were able to get all the way back to first, but they somehow didn't. But who knows? The way that bracket system is placed on Nintendo Switch right now is more broken than any other version of the game. It's really weird how it currently is, though almost everything is with the Switch version currently. Still a fun version to play, though. Okay, we'll get our Devour there. Also, didn't we just have a battle with you in first slot? We literally just had a battle with you. And somehow he isn't getting devoured. He does not have immune. He's stunned, so we are allowed to devour him. However, Iron Gut appears to not want to do it. Okay, well, we'll go and kill his annoying mana drain, I guess. Throw that down, get a good mountain going. Go from there. Move that over. Get our Devour there. Do it on you. That. Throw down a mountain. And there we go. Okay, what else do we need here? Get another mountain going. And then we could throw a Devour into a instant kill. And that'll be that. Oh, never mind. He's already dead. So we'll throw a Devour, and down it goes. And at this point, we might as well go all the way to the corner for the 1.4 times. These two battles will average out to 1.3, so it is worth it. Everyone knows this is only a 1.2. Oh, wait, never mind. This is 1.3. Never mind. It was 1.2 that was in between them. Alright, I'll take that yellow. Why not? The red is not as useful because it's not going to have mana as quickly. So grab that. And let's throw a Devour onto his Summoner. Of course, it doesn't work. Try it again. Round 2. What do I grab here? So I never paid much attention to that. Does Mountain Crusher actually +2 itself? I guess it would, wouldn't it? Let's see. It does. Interesting. I never actually paid much attention to it. But yeah, it does actually +2 itself. For whatever reason, I thought it was all other allies. No, it does itself as well. For a guaranteed 2 mana. Back into it. We'll kill that out. It's the last thing that's threatening. Now we just have to worry about his annoying resummon. That's not really going to be much of an issue. It just makes it take more time. Oh, we'll do that. Kill with that. Dead. There we go. All good. And then we have this Death Mark 1. Which is kind of funny because this battle doesn't actually use Death Mark at all, yet it allows you to Death Mark on skull every skull. Also, what's also weird about it is it doesn't even use pure Golvania. Kind of seems like it should, but they throw a random Hellcat there. So I guess Hellcat is kind of like it's kind of like Banshee but better. So maybe that's why they did it like that. Also, it's kind of funny that Draculus does not have immune to Devour. They should probably buff it just to give it Impervious. It's still one of those mythics that have kind of not lasted that well through time. At one point, it was a decent mythic. These days, it is pretty underwhelming. So much so that I would consider Crimson Bat better than in probably 90% of situations, despite it being a lower rarity troop. Yes, that was one of our intentions, was to mess with the Quick Explore Mirage Queen. That was one of the main things I had mentioned in the past that it would be used for. It's going to be used for Sunbird, Firebomb, Hero with Mirage Queen. It's going to be used for Sunbird, Rowan, Firebomb, Mirage Queen. And it's going to be used for basically any Sunbird Rowan team from now on. For Sunbird, it can be mixed because there's already 50% mana start. But now Rowan has a 50% mana start as well, which could be used in various teams that you would have normally have used Sunbird for, but now you can use Rowan for as well, depending on what the situation is. Yeah, that's one of the bigger things that does come out of it. And out of all the teams that I probably go over today that use Elementals, it's probably the main one I would realistically use. Even though, ironically, it's probably one of the lowest rarity ones. It's also one of the most effective ones from a actual usefulness, because you would use it for Explore. It is tied as the quickest Explore team in the entire game. And for early game, it might even be better than other things that have already existed, using something like Sunbird, Rowan, Firebomb, Mirage Queen. It does sacrifice Hero, though, doing something like that. But it would be the quickest possible Explore team for when your Sunbird does not one-shot the entire enemy team. I'll be opting for the non-Rowan version of it, though. Though, actually, I need to double-check that. Does Rowan have better... Oh, why did I try devouring the one with immune? Fail. But does Rowan have better damage? I should forget if it currently does. I know it kind of fluctuates up and down on if it does or does not have better damage at any given point because of how much HP or armor is in the game. And as more armor gets into the game, Rowan actually gets better than Sunbird, since Sunbird only has 1-to-1, whereas Rowan has 2-to-1, or 2 attack damage for every 1 armor. But yeah, I believe Rowan is ever so slightly higher, but it's so trivial at the moment that it makes almost no difference if you're not using a buffer. But let's see, what's total damage on both? This is 106, 128, and Sunbird is... oh, actually, that is a decent amount more damage. So, oh yeah, Rowan is 28 more damage than a Sunbird. How do you do that, then? Because Rowan can't be first slot's a problem. I guess we would just have to use a different weapon, but that's interesting. Because you can do, this then. What was the other thing? Mirage Queen, obviously. How do you even spell that? Let's see. I always keep spelling it wrong. There it is. It's double A. I keep trying to do it with different letters. And now we need hero with a weapon that isn't that. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of choices we could go for here. What's a super cheap one? Too bad there's not one that automatically has empowered or something. Trying to think of coloration wise what would work there. Dawnbringer wouldn't. Could go Golden Cog and try putting in a buff into it. Though I'd rather it be damage. Ideally something that could even one-shot the enemy team, but no, there's probably nothing that could do that weapon-wise. Unless we go with like one of the Doom weapons, but then it would only use one color, which would be a problem. But yeah, I guess we could even just put Golden Cog there. Though that's a little overkill unless the battle is like extremely high. I think it would be better if we just had clean up damage. So yeah, I won't go Golden Cog, but we could also just go Mountain Crusher. Something super cheap just to feed it back to full mana if we need. No, but it should probably be damage. What's a good split damage? That actually fits in that location. Ooh, almost forgot about those claws. Still a bit pricey because it's going to cost 7 mana, only uses one color. Is there not a good 2-color split damage weapon? I never even realized that, but there isn't. There's only 2 that even exist: Feywand and the Dreamcatcher. And at that point, we might as well almost just run Black Manacle because neither of these are particularly good at all. So that's weird. Okay, well, worst comes to worst, Black Manacle. But ideally, we don't need to use that either. Well, let's see. We need to go switch to Titan, whatever we do here. Well, actually, no, we wouldn't. Oh, yeah, that's another problem, too. Because none of the hero classes really go to it, and we'd want to use one that we need a level if we're going to bother putting a hero class in the first place. Otherwise, we might as well just do Sunbird Rowan, but because it would be way better. But yeah, we'd have to put Rogue or something there then. I mean, not Rogue. What's it called? Where did Shaman go? There's the Shaman. But yeah, something like that, I guess, for now. Banner obviously needs to be completely changed though to a +2 green, +1 blue. Oh, but it has minus brown on it. No. Let's see. We could go Sun and Moon then for purple yellow. But even that's still similarly not going to work out too well. Well, let's just do this for now. I know I said I wouldn't test any yet, but guess we are right now. But yeah, this is slightly more damage than it. It's quite a bit of a weirder team. But it basically has both of the damage of both of them combined together, assuming it doesn't take any damage. Yeah, I'll go try for Sky Green. I didn't get it though. Should just swiped green. But we'll take our blue. Yeah, especially since we can just wipe it with one shot each time. It's gonna be quite a bit weirder though to run, but it will work. We do get extra stats from the Mirage Queen, though I believe it's mostly HP if I'm not mistaken. So I guess that doesn't really help Rowan much, does it? The elemental bonus we have, since we have a triple elemental. I believe it's a small amount of attack and a small amount of HP if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, bonuses. Exactly so, it's pure attack and HP. Unless we have 4 elementals, it will not give any magic. However, if we ever get a elemental hero class, there's going to be a lot of stuff that will open up with this team. Titan's currently the strongest with it, but obviously most people have Titan maxed already. That's not too useful. Not to mention the perk that even makes elementals better is also the final perk, so you'd have to have it maxed just to be able to get that benefit regardless. And that reminds me, we still have to kill a bunch of greens. I guess we could do that later when we mess around with other versions of this team. But stuff like this is like one of the better things that you'd most likely be using Mirage Queen for. I actually don't care for this layout. I'd almost just use Sunbird rather than this. I don't know, we'll mess with it more later. Especially since the Sunbird team can do with any. Plus, if Sunbird takes some damage, you don't need to worry about its damage. output. Rowan takes any bit of damage and you're already like, oh no, now I have almost no damage to win this battle with. So, I don't know, we'll see. It's higher damage, but it's riskier to use. But of course, one of the main things I want to mess around with is some of the PvP stuff with it later. But anyways, that's a little quick look at it. One of the main things we kind of already knew it would be used for, one of the main purposes. Yeah, Sunbird's probably still better overall because of the red storm that you end up getting, as well as the fact that you don't need to worry about it taking damage. Yeah, Sunbird's just an insanely good troop. It's been meta for a lot of stuff ever since it came out. Mostly Explorer, obviously. But even as a tank, it's not even that bad of a tank. If you count its durability against spell damage and skull damage, it's not too bad. Obviously, it's not the best thing for tanking against skulls. But if you combine both of them together, it's not too bad. Since you keep constantly getting it revived. It does require having at least 20 magic on it or higher for that to be fully effective, though. Otherwise, it keeps coming in with less stats than it previously did. So hello, Christy. Hello, Bakchan. Hey, and Bakchan, I don't need to say goodbye this time. Haha. No, just kidding. Yeah, you came right at the end of our stream last night. Unfortunately. Yeah, we stream every night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes our stream goes a little bit longer, but more often than not, it's around an hour. If we get here around 9, it's probably going to be down, though sometimes we're still streaming at that point. Really, this depends on the day. Normally things like Mondays, when we have more content to go over, it tends to be a bit longer. There we go, level 9 chest, not too bad. Probably gaining a level this stream, or not even probably, we're definitely gaining a hero level this stream. You know, the normal level, the big level. But there we go. And we need another like 7 delves to go until we reach leaderboard, right? Somewhere around there. Looks like so, right? No, never mind. But someone did it with 310. Well, there's some 320s. Hard to tell because I can't really tell if some of these people are doing all their battles or not. But yeah, it looks like about 330 we'd be able to get it, or you know, 330 amount of delves, level 330, not the time 330. Wait, does Leprechaun count as elemental? I know he already has the mana start, but yeah, you could count for elemental bonus. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Get a Devour there. Take that over. Grab a Devour on that thing, and it would kill the skull randomly. There we go. Okay, what's our path here? I guess we just go to tier 5. Yeah, we just head straight to that tier 5. Into the double 1.5 times multiplier rooms. Yeah, we'll get our mountain down. Grab our Devourer onto that, just so we don't have to deal with mana drain. Hopefully something gets mana here, and they do, but unfortunately it's only Mountain Crusher. Doesn't actually let us do anything other than gain more mana again. Devour that now that he doesn't have immune. Get rid of that because why not? And he's dead off of anything. And there we go. Okay, what do we take here? Oh yeah, I didn't think about that too. Wait, no, is Leprechaun Bright Forest? Because Mirage Queen does count as Bright Forest. Wait, what is Leprechaun? Oh, it is Bright. Oh, interesting. I forgot about that aspect. Yeah, he does belong to a kingdom, and Bright Forest is that kingdom, and Mirage Queen is from Bright Forest. Interesting. Let's see. Fights. Do this one. It doesn't count as elemental though. But yeah, it does count as Bright Forest, which still gives you extra stats. Because 2 Bright Forests or more will give you, or 2 from any kingdom or more, will give you a small bonus. Why did I not kill the last slot? Oh, because he is immune. That's why. That's why we didn't target it. So we'll do it with that. I need him to hit us with a skull. We'll just let him have that skull. Or not, never mind. Well, that changes that plan. Well, I guess we kill him normally at this point. There we go. Not exactly what the plan was, but we got so many skulls that, guess that works. Even with 50% skull reduction, you can't survive it. Okay, what do we take here? Let's go grab a, take a brown over for now. Grab our blue. Get Devour onto his Nimue because of skull spam that it has. Get a gigantic explosion on everything. And then we just throw this into, which will hopefully kill that, or not. Oh, that's a big miss. Luckily it's frozen because of Zugaf. Really, really fortunate Zugaf has immune to freeze, or not immune to freeze. Oh, he does have immune to freeze too. But I'm so glad that he actually has a freeze option, I should say. Because it makes it so his skull spam option doesn't normally backfire. It still can, obviously. Especially with stuff that has immune to freeze on first slot. But the freeze definitely helps to make it happen a lot less often than it would otherwise. There's an aspect of him I almost keep forgetting even has, but it is one of his effects. One of his many, many effects. He does so much. He does a free instant kill. He burns all enemies. He freezes all enemies and creates a bunch of skulls. And that fact that he burns all enemies currently isn't too relevant. However, that will be relevant into the future very, very soon. And what's relevant about it is Hero Class has the capability of doing triple damage on burning. No troop does, but Hero does. And that aspect could potentially make it insanely, ridiculously broken with Zugaf. The biggest issue right now is there is currently no hero class that has half mana start while also simultaneously having triple damage to burning. If that ever came into the game, it'd be insanely good synergy for Zugaf, to the point that you could probably even use it for PvP. Right now you have to use like Warlord or Dragon Guard or something like that. We used to actually have a 50% mana start for it. However, they got rid of it. Mech used to have triple damage on burning, but then they got rid of it for the mech tree. Because for whatever reason, the mech did not have the mech tree, which didn't make any sense at all. But they ended up getting rid of the triple burning on it, which made the hero class basically useless. Which is unfortunate. Of all the trees they get rid of the most useful one. Which is kind of funny because they did the exact inverse of Titan. Because they were changing the hero classes to make sure they all have the mana bonus or the magic bonus for their weapon. But for whatever reason, for mech, they got rid of its best tree in order to replace it with their with the one that has the weapon. But for Titan, they got rid of Titan's worst tree in order to replace it for the one that they needed for the weapon typing, which is kind of funny. One of the reasons why Titan is even so strong is they basically got rid of its worst tree for one of the better ones. The one with the elemental bonus on it and the explosion and all the storm stuff and the brown storm at start of battle and all that good stuff. Now, you gotta revive. He's gonna... I better not go back to a Dragon Soul. Haven't seen that for a while. And apparently we're not gonna be seeing it again anytime soon because it just got back to a something irrelevant. So we'll go and kill that out. That's the last possible revive he had, and now he's killed these two. Actually, we probably should kill one of them directly because there is a possibility he gets his mana back. Very unlikely, still possible though. He'll throw a Devour on you, and hopefully you just kill that off of normal damage. And if not, we'll probably be able to just get it with Zugaf. Any instant kill. Up taking turns. Almost has full mana. I could have killed him with a skull right there. Whoops, could have already won. Could have cascaded that brown to that skull. Or we could just take that. There we go. There we go. Okay, take this room. Take our treasure, get our agile, and then we'll take that out the final one. That'd be funny if we end up getting agile from it and actually ends up saving us at a later battle. Probably will. Probably even has saved us before when I'm not paying attention. It's pretty nice. We have 25% score reduction. We'll get to 20% dodge. Makes it so Mirage Queen on the final battle basically does nothing. At least a lot higher chance that it won't do as much. Okay, now he's devouring into his skull, and it's... Oh, no! Because he took a skull, I can't do that. I hate that. Stun is actually a positive stats effect sometimes, as weird as that may seem. And it's only in the case of stealthy. If an entire enemy team is stealthy, and you stun one of them, the one that you just stunned will be unstealthied, but all the other ones will regain their stealthy. Because normally what happens is, if every single enemy on the opposing team has stealthy, they all lose their stealthy. But if you end up stunning one, then it retakes, or you know, the one that's stunned, you'll be able to target, but all the other ones will have the stealthy active, basically reactivating stealthy. So it's kind of weird, but stun can actually be a positive stats effect. It is very, very rare, and it's only in the case of if your entire team is currently stealthied. But yes, it is actually possible for stun to be a positive stats effect for the enemy. It's kind of weird how some of the negatives can be positive, depending on the context. Poison's probably the most noteworthy one. Poison and bleed are actually insanely good positive stats effects, even though they're negative stats effects, if and only if you have a trait that triggers whenever you take HP damage. Humility is one of the most noteworthy ones, where it gives a bunch of armor and magic to your entire team every time it takes HP damage, making it one of the best HP buffs in the game if you had it both bleeding and poisoned. That's potentially 4 magic and 4 armor to your entire team per turn for the cost of only 2 HP. Off of 1 troop, which is an insanely good trade-off. 4 armor and 4 magic per turn to everything for only 2 HP cost. Hello, September Blick. Welcome. Of course, the poison's only 50% chance, but still, even on average, 3 HP and armor to your entire team per turn. Still insanely good for a 1.5 HP cost. Okay, I'll probably take all the way to that room. Okay, it's a 1.3, maybe not. It'd have to be a 1.2. Actually, 1.15 still averages to be higher. Yeah, let's go to there, and then take the treasure room of the leprechauns. All leprechauns. Okay, what do we need here? Let's grab our reds, get that to a devour. Get that. It's the only thing we can devour out of the battle. And now we need to go get Zugov and other stuff, so let's clear the board for now. Hopefully he'll get a random skull. Perfect. Now we can devour you. Then we instant kill the other one, and that's basically a match. We're very close to it. And now we can kill him with skulls and other bits of damage. I'll take that over, and he's dead. There we go. Okay, got these few. Get a mountain crusher down. And devour that onto there. Take our browns. Load everything. Devour away well, they're all the same thing. There's 3 different pirates. Which pirate to go for? Pirate, or pirate? Also, I do know about the eye patch thing. I was gonna wear it. I accidentally somewhat broke it though the other day when I was trying to do the cord thing on it. I need to go make another one sometime. But yeah, that was a couple of years old. The string on it was one of the reasons why I was actually getting looser was the string on it was starting to break. And yeah, the string completely broke on it when I was trying to readjust the straps. That was why it was looser in the first place. So, yeah, I'll need to go make another eye patch. That or just buy one. They're probably pretty cheap. I couldn't find one in stores at the time when I initially needed one. But, especially around Halloween, that would be super easy to find another one. I'm pretty sure even now it wouldn't be too hard to find one laying around. Shop somewheres. Probably pretty expensive trying to buy one online, though. Because of shipping. It'll be like a few bucks, but then it's like shipping on top of that. It's like, eh. Probably wouldn't be worth it. Do I have a P.O. box? Unfortunately, I do not have a P.O. box. That I do not. But yeah, the only problem is my shipping address is my actual address right now. I had a P.O. box back when I was in New Jersey in college, but currently I do not have one. What did I take here? We'll just do that, it's fine. We'll go grab our, oh, what do I even take here? I guess we take purple. Now be full mana the following turn. Grab a poke onto the Lamia there. Get Devour onto that. Put that down. For the other ones, take a skull there. Oh, why did I take that? He already died to burning. There we go. We need eye patch version 4.35. Yeah, I'm actually surprised how long we had the eye patch. That was around for a while. We've had that thing for like 3 years. I'll take that one out. Grab our explosion. Get another explosion. Devour away the last slots. Why aren't you devouring? We tried 3 times. Fine, we'll take the other one out. Get a Mountain Crusher. Can we get into character and wear an eye patch? We've done that in the past. But as I mentioned, the eye patch broke. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to do that fully. But we have tried acting like a pirate before. Didn't really work out too well. I'm really bad at doing voices. Like trying to do the whole ARG, mateys. Kind of works, kind of doesn't. Especially with sore throat right now, it's not going to work out too well. What do you think about the new Delve troops? All of them are good, except for the crab one. Mirage Queen's the most noteworthy one, though. So noteworthy that it's arguably the best faction troop ever added. Across all 10 factions, across all 40 troops. Mirage Queen is the absolute best of all of them. The only exception might be Gargoyle, because Gargoyle is used for quite a lot of stuff. But, yeah, it's a toss-up between Gargoyle and Mirage Queen as far as best faction troop in the entire game. But all 3 of the ones that came in, or, you know, all of them except the Crab is pretty good. The Brown-Blue is one of the best stun options in the game. And you can get it for free, for pretty much just from throwing some shards at the faction. That's really solid. And the other one that's pretty decent is the Empowered one. Of course, anything that has Empowered at start tends to be pretty solid. And it does have Empower at start. I mean, yeah, Empower at start into a Convert. So, has decent potential. Just between that. Not just that, but it has Deathmark chance. Out of any of the Empowered starts, it has one of the best secondary effects. A double Deathmark, which is pretty potent. It's kind of funny, too, because all the other ones are epic rarity while he's ultra rare. Yeah, he has one of the best side effects. Currently, the best overall side effect is Mercy, which was the first one that ever came in, because it has cleanse and an HP gain on the weakest. But double death mark isn't too bad. Unfortunately, it's not guaranteed. It's a 20% plus 1% per gem converted. A little better than nothing. If you have Gargoyle already, you should open portals in the new faction. Yes. Though do keep in mind, you should try getting at least one of every single faction troop over time. Just because you eventually need all the faction troops for kingdom upgrades to some degree. Like All-Seeing Eye and Hall of Guardians. Well, all Hall of Guardians you would already be doing for Gargoyle. But All-Seeing Eye is generally a pretty good one to go for too. Because you need it for 5-star or 10-star of the faction. Of the, not the faction, of the kingdom. It helps out a lot in both of those. Well, for 10-star it's required. But for 5-star it helps out a decent amount. Since you have a guarantee for all Darkstone troops that you can get at any given moment in time. It works out quite nicely. Yeah, those are the 3 best troops, not that one. The one I just killed and these 2 are the best ones from this faction. The one I just killed has that double death mark into a empowered convert, which is why we devoured him, because he's in power. Mirage Queen, of course, has decent skull reduction. Well, not decent, but, you know, has some amount of skull reduction. Most noteworthy being the 50% elemental start, but it also has the best curse in the game with 4 times curse, and on top of all that, even has Doom Skull spam. And other than that, it has a AoE into a 4 times stun, and that's pretty relevant, as he is a epic rarity troop with only a 13 mana cost, making him the most viable stun that isn't Obsidious. So if you don't own Obsidious, there you go, you have a different stun option that works similarly decent. And let's match. And another level 9 chest. We got a lot of level 9 chests. Also, we got 1, 2, 3 souls. That's funny. From that final battle there. There we go. Also, why am I checking rewards? We already have all the rewards. The only thing we ever need to look at is leaderboard for all of our points. But it looks like, yeah, 320 or 310 we might even be able to reach. I forgot, these later delves give so many points each time you end up completing out one of them. See, what's this room? 1.3. It might still be worth going for. Averages to 1.25. Yeah, it's probably worth going there still. Unless this is a 1.4. Nope. Okay, so we'll do that path then. Wait. I didn't check the tier 3 in the corner. Though it's a treasure room, so what is it? Yeah, it's just that. That's fine. And then again, you know what? I might take it. Because multiplier order, even though it gives us slightly less loot. We're going for leaderboard. It'll help our leaderboard score ever so slightly. We'll head right to the corner there for the treasure room. The 1.3 multiplier. A lot better if it was 1.4, but we'll take it. Is Stardew Valley on Nintendo Switch? Yes. I do not own the Nintendo Switch version of it, but it does exist on Nintendo Switch. And honestly, out of most of the indie games that exist on Nintendo Switch, it's probably one of the better ones to consider getting. Especially since, for whatever reason, Nintendo hasn't really been releasing any kind of Harvest Moon style game. Not sure why, but a Nintendo Switch has no Harvest Moon style game, first party wise. The only thing they have is, you know, Stardew Valley, which obviously they didn't make. But, yeah, it's the only one. One of the reasons why Stardew Valley even does so good. It's the most solid game in its genre on the platform. Speaking of that, Darkest Dungeon 2 should be out soon. I still need to go look into that. I still don't know the official date that's coming out. I know it's soon though. But I'm actually pretty hyped for that. We're actually probably going to be playing Darkest Dungeon 2 quite a bit once the beta comes out for it. I didn't play the beta initially. When I first started playing Darkest Dungeon 1, it was actually fully released by the time it got around to that. But I don't know, it's just a really, really good roguelike. I haven't really been playing roguelikes much these days though. Mainly because I've been starting to do Nintendo stuff, and Nintendo, I don't know, Nintendo's never really got into doing roguelikes or anything even remotely like that. Some of like the really old titles, somewhat were like roguelikes, but they don't currently really do anything in that genre, oddly enough. It's mostly just on the indie scene that do roguelikes these days. Though then again, I shouldn't say that. Oh, what's it called? There actually is a roguelike that Nintendo's releasing. However, it's made by a third party. But the Cadence of Hyrule, I forget when that's coming out. But Cadence of Hyrule is a roguelike actually, based on the Crypt of the Necromancer, or the dev that did Crypt of the Necromancer. The dev team that did that is doing Cadence of Hyrule, which is basically a Crypt of the Necromancer with his Legend of Zelda crossover. I actually forget, when on earth is that coming out? I believe it's actually this month or next month. I believe it might be next month. I'm pretty sure they're showing it at E3 and then like releasing it like nearly afterwards. Again, I'm not sure. Let me see. Actually, is that coming out? Cadence of Hyrule release date. It says 2019. Really specific. Okay, apparently it doesn't have an official date. It probably will by E3 if it doesn't by then. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably something that will come out like a week after E3 or even literally during E3. Seems like one of those kind of games. Okay, we'll throw down Devour onto his, you don't have immune, right? Oh, you just have the, oh, yes you do. Wait. No, you don't. Oh, yes you do! I was gonna say, he just has Undying, but nope, he also randomly has Immune to Devour on him. Really? Fail. The only thing that has Immune, and I target it. Fail. Forgot he has Indigestible. He's one of those weird ones that have like a triple immunity into a single immunity. We'll just grab that. And any poke will kill it out. Oh, I could have used Possess King to kill it as well. But luckily that also kills. Good morning to Krill! Hello, Smith! Hello, Jay! Welcome, welcome. And hello, Joe. And hello, Elite Gaming. Oh, I'm missing a lot of hellos. Hello, Steve! Hello, Zeger. Hello, Gary. I missed so many. Let's see. And it's everyone. Whenever I see a question, it like distracts me for like 5 minutes to try to answer the question. Sometimes I skip over chat during that time. Whoops. There we go. We'll let him poke us with Skull. Get our blues right there. Get our explosion down. Our blue. Throw a Devour onto his only thing that can be devoured. Kill that because it's about to create a bunch of browns, which technically I guess would slightly help us. But we'll kill that because he's in kill range, and then we get Zoog off for the final kill. Is everyone watching and playing at the same time? Most likely. I'm pretty sure upwards of 80% of people that normally watch us are both playing and watching simultaneously. I know that's how I do YouTube. There's no time when I'm doing YouTube when I'm normally not like multitasking at least something. If I'm bothering to watch YouTube. Normally playing Gems of War on the side of it, of course. Gotta farm fast. Let's see. Take our explosion. All day, every day. No, I probably only play for about, on average, 4 hours per day. 4 to 5. And that's across all accounts, not even necessarily all on this account. And that also counts streaming time, of course, too. Let's see. We'll take that down. Grab a brown there. Get Devour onto his Dark Maiden. And then we'll Mountain Crusher to full mana, hopefully on something. And it's dead off of Devour. Do I think it's worth getting a Nintendo Switch? I would wait at this point until after E3. There is still a very, very, very small possibility that they're going to be releasing a Nintendo Switch Pro, or a Nintendo Switch Mini, or a Nintendo Switch that is not a normal Nintendo Switch. So I'd wait until after E3 before making that decision at this point. But yeah, it's definitely worth getting Nintendo Switch. It's the best platform for indie games, just because you can get them on the go. Even if you own them on other platforms, it's sometimes even worth it, just because you could easily play them on the go. Many games that you normally would not be able to otherwise. But it has quite a bit of good first titles. Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey. Big fan of the Mario Party series personally. Obviously Smash Ultimate, Mario Kart, the classics like that. It's getting some pretty good games later this year as well. Obviously the next Pokemon generation is later this year. Animal Crossing's later this year. Mario Maker 2 is next month. And actually I'll probably be streaming that some on this channel as well. I never got to play the first Mario Maker, and I almost got a Wii U just to get it. It's one of those games that is so good that it pretty much would just sell the console, actually. It's kind of like Smash in that regard. But as well as Pokemon. When Pokemon comes out later this year, that'd be another pretty big game that people would probably literally just buy a Switch for just to have it. Because no longer, it's going to be the next not the next Mario, the next Pokemon is the first Pokemon game that will ever not be released on a handheld. Of course, Nintendo Switch technically is a handheld, but what how I should possibly phrase it is, it's the first one released on console, I should say, just on console, since of course Nintendo Switch is both a handheld and a console. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. It's the first time when you won't be able to get it on like a cheap handheld, unfortunately. Would have to get a Nintendo Switch, which is also one of the speculations on why they might be releasing a mini one. After E3, you'd probably want to make your decision on that, because they might be adding a mini one that will only cost like 150 or 200 or something. One that doesn't have like the dock or anything, that's just simply the handheld version of it, without all the other stuff. Like without the TV compatibility and all that. Because currently they don't really own a handheld. They still run the 3DS, which runs like what, probably under $100 these days. But Nintendo Switch Mini, if they ever created it, would probably be like 150 to 200. Because currently it's, what, 300 for Nintendo Switch? If I'm not mistaken. So you can probably get it for sales occasionally. I know on Black Friday it was 180, but it was limited stock. I wasn't able to get it then, though. Mainly because stuff like that on Black Friday goes within, like, minutes. Let's see, I'll throw that down. Grab Explosion down. Get a kill onto that one. But yeah, there's no 100% confirmation on it, but there's a lot of rumors that they're releasing a either a pro version, a mini version, or both. Regardless, all versions of it will, of course, be able to run all games. Okay, what do we even take here? Let's go grab a, let's take a brown for now. Our Explosion everywheres. And take the other brown down. Grab our Devour onto his last slot. And just kill it all from there. And it was Mountain Crusher into, hopefully, Zugoff. Oh, Iron Gut works too. It's Zugoff because I want to get the Skull Spam in there. The perfect board for it too, but it will. Hopefully he'll die off of this Skull Spam. And if not, we'll just go use Iron Gut. Actually, I probably should have done that the other way around. Iron Gut has automatic guarantee extra turn, so need to utilize that when we can. Any good PvP team for Essence of Evil and Mirage Queen for a mid-level player? I haven't tried using both of them together. I'm not sure if you would bother using both of them together, because Mirage Queen denies out all of your green. Not only that, but what was the other aspect? Mirage Queen does curse, but you already have curse off of Essence of Evil. Essence of Evil does double curse. So there really isn't much of a need to use both of them together, I don't think. I can't really think of a single situation where you would necessarily need to use both. It would just be one or the other. It's mainly that convert that's making it not really work that well. Because Mirage Queen does convert all greens to Doom Skulls, which would be a little bit redundant to use a pure green hero weapon because of that mechanic. Though if you were to bother to use them together, it probably would be something like Essence of Evil, Infernus. Sorry, what was the full team? Wait, my bad. It was Essence of Evil, Infernus, Obsidius, and Mirage Queen. Though I'm pretty sure you'd be able to get better value out of using Mountain Crusher there instead, rather than using Essence of Evil. There's still many instances where Mountain Crusher is better than Essence. But no, I don't think you would ever bother using those two together. Ooh, that's a 1.3 average. Even though that's a 1.2 room, it's actually worth going because of the 1.4 that's afterwards. So we'll go take this, take the other one, go down the other three, and go from there. Take these two, the top left, take the bottom area. Also, another Vow Raven. Very good to be seeing more Vow Ravens because we are running low on sigils. We finally hit the single digits. Who knows? We might even run out of sigils this stream. No, I highly doubt that, actually. That's probably not happening. Not yet. There we go, we'll take the reds over. Grab our Devour onto that since we have no choice. Take the other skull down. Grab a Mountain Crusher onto everything. And then we'll get a Devour on him. Or instant kill, either or. We'll just do that. Oh, which faction troops are useful? That depends. What are you looking for? Do you mean like specific troops? Gargoyle from Hall of Guardians. Mirage Queen from Sunken Fleet. That one that stuns all of them from Sunken Fleet. I forgot his name. Every single empowered that exists on any of the factions. So things like the bunny off of Warrens, the skeleton off of Crypt and Sunken Fleet. Any of them that have empowered are decent. And what other ones did I miss? Luna is occasionally used from Warrens. The Oculus and both the two Oculus thingies you would want to have upgraded because Jar of Eyes is a pretty good weapon and it summons a random all-seeing eye troop. Never mind, you'd want to have all of them upgraded then. But yeah, having all of the all-seeing eye ones you need for Darkstone upgrade for the Magic Kingdom, as well as for the Jar of Eyes weapon, which I personally don't use too often, but it is a decent weapon. And what other ones? Trying to think. Not too many. I guess the Asp off of the Asp and the other good bleeding one, the Legend Bleeding, off of Fangmoor. They're still the best two bleed options in the game. Unfortunately, bleed is still underwhelming at the moment for the most part. However, as bleed gets better, those troops could potentially also get better. Also, Asp just as an early game troop is insanely powerful. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that on Nintendo Switch version because it didn't exist yet, but it is still a really solid option. What's the best sub for Zugoff? Apothecary. Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, High King, Iron Gut, Possessed King. And if you don't have Possessed King, do Mirage Queen. Normally you put Sylvania Moore in last slot, but Sylvania Moore cannot work in this faction. It does not have the correct colors. Okay, we got a Devourer, get rid of that. What else do we need? Let's grab a brown from anywheres. Take it right there. It's fine if he gets a skull out of it. Apparently 2 skulls. As long as he doesn't kill us, we should be fine. Which I do have to be careful with. We are starting to get deeper in delves. They can kill us with several skulls. We died to like 4 skulls in a row off of a 4 or 5 off of a Winter Wolf earlier. He didn't even have his Hunter's Mark either. He just happened to have taken that many skulls and killed us out. So we're getting pretty close to leaderboard now too. Let's see. Yeah, we should only need about 2 more. Looks like we could possibly do it with a 310. Definitely a 320. It looks like it's really solid. With 320, we'll be able to get it. Because some of these people might not be doing every room or correct multiplier order. But it does look like if we're doing 320 to its full effect, it looks like we'll actually make a leaderboard off of that. Yeah, should only need a few more delves for a leaderboard then. Definitely by 330 at this rate. Because obviously those might move up by the time we get to that point. And as I mentioned, as soon as we hit leaderboard, we'll hand out a code and then mess around with Mirage Queen probably for most rest of the stream. Or at least for a decent amount of time, if nothing else. Because I do want to cover a video for her. Probably not today, but definitely by tomorrow I do want to have that out. Might have it later today. We'll see. But definitely this weekend I do want to cover a video specifically on Mirage Queen. It's a really, really solid troop. Arguably the best thing that has ever come out of factions. From a natural usability standpoint. Within teams. Also, we just did 4 casts on him, and we still have not gotten a Devour. That is extremely unlucky, off at 82%. Missing 4 times. Come on, 5th time's the charm. There we go. Should you not kill the boss to keep the delve level lower? You're kind of mid-game. Yes. If you're not planning on doing level 500 pure faction, or if you don't have the stats to do so, you might want to keep it a little bit lower if you want. If you're just trying to get the event objective done, if you keep moving forward, you only need to go to about 250 in order to get it done. So you might want to consider moving forward that whole time. But it really just depends what your stat lines are. What you feel like you can get done or not. Or if you're just trying to go for leaderboard, or if you're just trying to go for... Like, if you're trying for leaderboard, you do want to kind of try to keep going forward. But if you're just trying to go for all rewards, then yeah, stopping at like 100, 150, something like that might end up being better than going all the way to like 250. Just because that might be a little bit too high on stats, but worst comes to worst, you could just mang into skull spam, and that should be enough. Even if you don't own any of these better troops, you still run mang into various skull spam options. Red does have a few options. I forget what blue has as far as skull spam. I think it has almost nothing. Blue, I believe, has the least amount of skull spam of any color, but red does have some. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, we should only need 3 more. Even at 310, it seems like we'd have enough. Yeah, definitely by 320. Okay, well, let's go do, what is that then? 3 more delves then. Let's see, 300, 310, 320, 330. Oh, never mind, 4 more delves. Yeah, by 330, we should be able to hit that. 330 is in the delve number, not the actual time. That should only take about 30 more minutes or so. And then we'll mesh with Mirage Queen. Okay, I'll throw down Mountain. Get our Devour. And also have a code then as well, of course. Oh no, the dreaded Bleed. Bleed is really annoying in delves because you normally use barrier spam on your first slot. And the problem with that is you keep losing your barrier every single turn that goes by, because anytime you take HP damage, you will lose barrier, and even if you only take 1 damage from that bleed, you will lose your barrier from it. Like Mang, Apothecary, King, Bloodhammer, pretty much stuff like that, yes. And like 1 other troop. Doesn't necessarily have to be skull spam. It can just be complete support troops as well. Anything that helps keep your team alive and your Mountain Crusher alive. I mean, your Mang alive, I mean. Nice little skull spam there, and that it goes. So we're almost doing 100 damage per skull. 1.4 room, looks like we'll go for that. Ooh, 1.25 over there too. Might just take that because of the multipliers. Yeah, I guess we'll take that just because of multiplier. Same as the Centric Treasure Room. We'll go all the way to the top right corner, then to bottom, oddly enough, and then to top. I think it's the first time we ever take the top last. We'll throw that down. Get a Devourer onto his troop right there. Oh, apparently not. Get a Devourer onto that. Please actually Devour it. Good. Get that one killed, so we don't have to deal with the immune to Devour. And we just cleared the board, because apparently most of our skulls pretty much just missed there. Okay, and then we go for Devour into the little poke there. And a smash. Is Gelatinous Cube a good troop? No. The Nintendo Switch troop this week is pretty bad. You don't use it for anything. You can use it this week for the extra bonus that it has, which is what, extra souls or extra gold or something. But beyond this week, no, I wouldn't really bother with it. Relentless Cube is not really that good of a troop, unfortunately. There's nothing that would really set up Web or Entangle good enough for it to bother working. And there's better Devour options out there. Even something like a Bullet would be better. Just feed it with a Apothecary and you'd constantly be able to get its 50% Devour rate. See you, Jazz. Have a good day. Catch you later. Yo, we'll probably be around for about another 2 hours here on stream. And later tonight we might go a little bit longer. Not sure yet. Depends how awake I am at that point. But because I do want to focus tomorrow night's stream probably a little bit more on Nintendo Switch version. Because there's still several things I need to get done on it this week. Mainly being Guild Wars. There's also a few others. Okay, let's get rid of Divinia there. Insta-kill that. Unfortunately, it revives right back to another troop. But oh well, hopefully that'll be enough for Zugoff. No it is not. Actually, nothing has mana. Tried it again. Still nothing has mana. I'll take that over there. Then we'll get a Devour to instant kill. And there we go. Okay, oops. Top room is not the way to go for once. Normally it is. Okay, we'll take a brown for now. Oh no, the Centric room, I forgot. This is that really annoying room for this team. Kind of weird that this is one of the hardest teams for this to take out, but it is. Oh, and we didn't even get our Devour. It's really bad. He's going to move our team for the rest of the battle. We can get really lucky with the rest of these. There we go. Okay, we might be fine. There we go. Okay, we saved it. That was almost bad. Yeah, he can really easily move us. We can't target him because of his stealthy. There we go. Hey, and we gained a level off of it. Of all the ones to gain a level off of. The hardest battle for this team. It seems kind of weird that that'd be the hardest. It's not necessarily that that's the hardest. It's just doing that battle without him moving you is the hard part of it. Obviously, you're not going to lose against that battle. But he makes you lose at one of the later battles because he moves your team around at a pretty consistent rate. Speaking of that, luckily there's no tier 1s. They've been doing a lot of delves lately that don't have any tier 1 battles, which I actually like because it has that really annoying Dust Devil team, which wastes a lot of time. A lot of the more recent delves have 0 tier 1 rooms. But there are some really hard tier 1 rooms. There's one with like a triple Devour option. There's one with the Dust Devil thing, which is both good and bad. You could use it to reorder your team back to normal. However, if your team's already in correct order, it's really annoying because you have to delay the battle forever in order to get your team back to correct order through the battle. So it's both a good and bad room. Normally more so, it's just annoying. Yeah, Trickster teams are pretty annoying too, but at least with Trickster, you just need to wait until he casts twice until he moves you back to normal. Something like Dust Devil, you have to wait until he casts 4 times before your team moves back to normal. Yeah, 4 hours? Oh yeah, time zone problems. Yeah, some time zones it might be a little bit late right now. Right now it's not even noon yet for my time currently. Half before noon. What do we take here? We'll go get a Devourer onto his troop right there. Grab our Browns over. Move all that. Get our Devourer onto that thing. And he's dead off the skull. Dead. And I'll take this final one. And then we should just need 2 more delves. In theory. Oh, you're 12 hours ahead? Oh yeah, it's almost midnight then. Yeah, I need to try getting my sleep schedule back to normal. Keeps like always constantly shifting. I'll get rid of Mirage Queen there. And what else do we need? Get a Mountain Crusher. Yeah, normally I get like a full 8 hours or so of sleep, more often than not. Most of the time. The problem is the time in which I do it tends to shift here and there, which isn't as good. You should try sleeping at the exact same time every day, ideally. Okay, what's our score currently? We're almost at over 1 million, but we need like 1.1 million. Yeah, we need 1.1 million. But then again, some of these people might be skipping battles. We could almost get there with a 310. Definitely a 320. Yeah, who knows? We might even have it by the end of this delve. Ha! So does yours because of this stream. Sorry about that. Well, thanks for that. Let's see, what do we even need here? Well, let's get rid of his power, so we don't need to worry about that. Get our kill onto his first slot, so we don't have to deal with skull spam reduction. And then we should be able to get another Iron Gut into a skull. Actually, never mind, we're gonna need a whole nother cast. 1 skull will not be enough for that. Trying to get high enough stats that we can't really kill them with skulls anymore, or at least not as easily. The further we go, the harder it becomes to actually get those skull kills. Still can get them, obviously, it just takes more hits to do so. Okay, what on earth is this order? Looks like we go to that 1.15. Actually, we go all the way to corner because of the 1.4. And then we take that, and then we go down this area, right? Looks like it. Seems like a plan, so we'll do that then. Top right corner, then top, then bottom. It seems to be the order normally for the stealth. Not always. But something along the lines of that tends to be the order. When I first saw the delve layout, I was assuming it would almost always be because of how it was, but there are some times when you don't do that specific order. But more often than not, you do it in that order. You do the path up to the top right before the treasure room. Sometimes you do the treasure room depending on what it is. Then you take top, then you take bottom. And then if you skip the treasure room, you then do that treasure room. And then you do the final boss. I'm overpowered compared to the enemy. That will happen in most game modes, since we do own everything, and we do have all the stats. The times when we're not overpowered would be Guild Wars, Pure Faction, and Arena. Well, even Arena, I guess, slightly, because we have Dawnbringer. So, yeah, basically just Pure Faction and Arena. Though some PvP, too. There are some really, really, really annoying PvP competitions out there that if you don't bother switching your team for, can just destroy you. Though Guild Wars overall is way harder than PvP. because you have to worry about those excessively annoying teams while simultaneously also being limited in what you could use. How do you determine the order to tackle the rooms? You normally do it based on multiplier order. And sometimes you save the treasure rooms for last because they have the highest amount of loot. And as you get more multipliers, it'll just give you more loot as well, since all those multipliers affect whatever loot it says underneath that that one page that tells you how much you get for the room. But more often than not, you just do multiplier order. Multiplier order with treasure rooms last. Unless the treasure room is the really high multiplier. Which is why we're going for this one. This one's a treasure room right here, as you can see, with the really high amount of gold, as well as the few other resources, like a decent amount of glory and stuff. But this room is 1.4 times multiplier. So because the multipliers are so good, we kind of have to go out of our way for it. But yeah, you want to take all these bigger multipliers first, like these 1.5s and stuff like that. And you want to try saving the smaller ones for later, like these really small 1.15s and stuff. Taker. But yeah, that tends to happen with PvP a lot, that it gets overtaken by like the really, really broken metas at any given time. This will always be the case. But most of the stuff against the other game modes tends to be pretty easy more often than not. Especially once you start getting a decent amount of troops. And delves these days have been super easy ever since we ended up getting this combo. To my understanding, this is the strongest combo in the entire game for delves that any delve can possibly use. And several delves can actually use this full team, oddly enough. And it has basically everything you ever need. It has a really solid tank that constantly keeps regaining barrier. It has insanely good mana generation off of Mountain Crusher. It has infinite stats off of Iron Gut, as well as 100% devour rate. It has 100% instant kill rate into a freeze, burn, and skull spam, while also having impervious and jinx, if it didn't already have a billion other things. And it has transform to get rid of any troop and make them into a useless troop, while also having even more mana generation on top of it. Also, in the case of potion-related events, it also technically has Bless perpetually on it, because in most battles, we never need to actually cast Possess King. So it basically perpetually has Bless, which is immune to almost everything except instant kill, which instant kills barely even exist in delves. Oh no! I wasn't paying attention. Whoops. Whoops. Yeah, we are getting later in delves. They can start killing us. Got to be careful on hero. Well, got to do the rest of this delve with less troops. Luckily, this room right here gives us death mark on every skull we take. But that definitely will make it harder. Though it's still relatively easy. Because all Iron Gut needs to do is get one Devour and we auto win. Problem is if it misses that one Devour. There we go, we won. And now we have an absurd amount of attack. And we just gotta do that for every room now. Let's see, I'll move that over. That will just hit on our one barrier. We do not get to regain barriers since we are not using hero up there anymore. Or not that we're not using it, he kinda died. Don't have him anymore. Okay, what do we devour? I guess the one that keeps transforming. And it's pretty much match. Let's go and get our Devourer onto, or our instant kill, I mean, on his last slot. And that should be the win, because one skull kills. And of course we somehow get 0 skulls, but luckily he's frozen, and down he goes. There we go. Yeah, technically it doesn't matter if we lose troops on these. It might slow us down some. But as far as our renown is concerned, it only matters if we go deathless on the 500th battle. Everyone prior to the 500th battle technically doesn't matter. Only on the 500th will it matter. We don't die. Okay, we'll get our guaranteed Devourer. Actually, it's not guaranteed. Now it's guaranteed. We get our one Devourer, so we auto win. And we should be good to go from there. Let's go get instant kill on Viper so he doesn't charm us. Do a lot of damage, obviously. I'll take that down. Try for Sky Skull. Didn't get it. Grab a skull over here, hopefully. And he's dead. There we go. Okay. Did stream just go down? Come back, stream. Come back. It's back. There we go. Sorry about that. Went down for like 5 seconds. What do we take? Grab a... I don't want that yellow. It's like the only mana we actually need. But, can't really go for it. Because it'll get him an extra turn. Is that really the only move on the entire board? You can't be kidding me. Okay, well, at least we need the mana, but it gives him blue. Oh, well. Gotta make trade-offs. Try for green here off the brown. Didn't get it, though. Okay, get all of our mana there, devour him. Actually, it's our only target we could even go for. Do I take a skull? I'm actually not going to. I'm going to try getting extra turn off it. Didn't get it, but oh well. What else we need? We'll grab a... Let's take the blue for now, I guess. One devour will kill. We have 100% chance now. And one more skull also kills. Either or. I'll take brown. Grab a... I'm actually gonna pass my turn. Oh, no. We just grab that. Never mind. And I'll take blue to skull or to devour. That works too. And he's dead. There we go. Okay, 2 more rooms to have to do with this really annoying team. Or, you know, missing our 1 troop that we have there. Unfortunately, that's the one thing this team is missing. This team has no summon. That is the only thing this team is missing. Is it does not have a summon mechanic. It has pretty much every other mechanic that's relevant in the entire game for upscaling. But it does not have a summon, unfortunately, for a meat shield. It's like the only thing it lacks. Ooh, we did not get our devour. Our goal of not having 100% devour rate. Should be fine though. He can still survive 2 more hits. Actually, 3 more hits. There we go. Okay, we're fine now. We'll go and get rid of that. Get rid of that Divinia so it doesn't get blessed. Because if it gets blessed, we won't be able to devour it. So we can still use Zugaf on it. Bless, for whatever reason, does not have immune to instant kill. They really should add it to it. But as it currently stands, Bless does not have immune to instant kill. It's immune to nearly everything else, but not instant kill. It also... Oh, never mind. It did recently get immune to transform, but it does not have immune to kill. Instant kill mechanic. Also, it looks like this battle will make it so we reach over 1 million. And then the next delve should boost us to leaderboard. Sounds like a plan. Okay, we'll take this one. Last battle we have to do, missing our hero. Oh, sorry, what was your question? What would you replace Zugaf with for a decent team? You would put Apothecary there. And you would just run Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, High King, Iron Gut, Possessed King. And that would be your team. But yeah, this team does not require Zugaf. Though, you do have to be a bit careful if you don't have Zugaf, because you're going to need to use Possessed King a lot more often, because you'll need it for Transform. It is a little bit slower running it without a Zugaf, but it's still fine. The only thing we're using Zugaf for, well, other than another instant kill option and a Skull Spam occasionally, but the main thing we're actually using it for is to kill things that have immune to Devour. But alternatively, if you didn't have them, you'd have to use your Possessed King for that purpose, transforming them into things that do not have immune to Devour and then killing them with your Devour. There we go. But one good thing about having Iron Gut in first slot is he just one-shots everything once he gets those Devours going. But there we go. And now we should be over 1 million, though still not leaderboard. We'll get it in a moment. By the end of the next delve, or even going through next delve, we should be able to reach the leaderboard with it. After this delve, I guess we'll mess around with some Lady Mirana teams, then we'll go back in, maybe use the rest of our sigils. I think we can actually get all of our sigils down to 0 today. And also, the first second we hit below 3, we will know that we would have needed a pack at that point. The second that numbers goes to 2 or lower, even if it's just for 1 second, that means we wouldn't have been able to get all the way to the end. But then again, you do have to keep in mind we would have had another 5 battles tomorrow. So if we can't get to 450 with 2 battles remaining for the first time, then that means it is required to have that 7th pack bought once. And we might even need it bought a second time. Let's see, we currently have 5. That's going to be what? Like 9 battles? We'll have another 5 tomorrow. That's 14. That is not enough to reach. I might need to buy another pack. I'm not sure. Has anyone actually reached all the way to the end with 7? Well, never mind. Literally impossible because you would need tomorrow's battles even if you did. But, with her. And if we still have time, we'll mess around with a few more delves. Then finish out our rest of our delves down to, later tonight, we'll finish the rest of our delves down to 0. And, that's our game plan then. And then tomorrow, if we need to buy more, we'll buy more. But, we'll determine that as we do our delves. I don't know, maybe I'll buy the extra pack today. If it seems like really obvious that we won't be able to reach it today, or I mean that tomorrow's battles won't be able to reach it, we will go do another pack right now then. But we wouldn't be able to really tell until we only have like 1 or 2 delves left. We still don't know how Val Ravens are going to fall. Okay, what do we need here? Let's go grab a green. Actually, I'm just gonna take the brown. I'm not gonna try. Oh, never mind. That wouldn't have fallen there. Let's see. If that one's a brown, we would have gotten it. Oh, we would have gotten it. We would have gotten it. I should have taken it. We would have gotten an extra turn if we would have went for it earlier. Whoops. Oh, not that big a deal. We had no way of knowing. Though, of course, there is a brown storm, so we kind of could have inferred that we would have had a decent chance at it. But still. There isn't a guarantee way of knowing. Yeah, you do have to go for those sky falls sometimes and just hope that it lands. Normally it won't, because assuming you don't have a storm, it's only around a 1 in 7 chance. That would be exactly what you need. But you still gotta go for those, because 1 in 7 chance is still a chance that it lands. Okay, I want to take a mana that isn't brown because we're gonna have full mana on it anyways next turn. Throw that down. Grab a Devourer onto what even is the biggest threat here. They're all pretty much non-threatening, so we'll get rid of his Stone Skin. Get rid of his Mermaid. And this should pretty much be match. Oh, do you do extra damage based on browns? Yeah, you do. Maybe I should kill that next. Because that's actually quite a bit of damage. Forgot about that. I keep underestimating that Troglodyte. That actually is really strong. Given that we keep doing Mountain Crusher 2, we have a constant board of browns. So I will go kill that. That's actually almost enough to one-shot us. That's mid 200s as far as how much damage that is. With triple damage attached to it. Yeah, do we not go to this room? No, we do not. We just do normal order. We do this one, that one, that one, that one. Same order that we normally need to do for the stove. Sounds like a plan. Okay, let's go get rid of Bone Dragon. That's the biggest threat there. Then we'll get rid of his first slot and then work our way down. Quickly stun so he doesn't have Reflect anymore. So actually, it's not even a threat anymore now. Because the whole reason we need to kill it was because of its Reflect that it has, but now that it's stunned, we don't need to worry about it. And it keeps getting stunned every time it hits us with a skull, which apparently is a lot this battle. I'll just take a brown. He's gonna do no damage to us. Because we have barrier. And then we just devour him. Why I went for the mana instead of the skull. Because that will allow us to kill, whereas the skull would not have. We would have needed like 3-4 skulls or something. Probably 4. There we go. Okay, take this one, take those 2. Actually, we probably already reached leaderboard, didn't we? Nope, not quite. We're almost there. Almost there. So close. But definitely after we finish these 5 battles, we should be able to get that. It's actually the first time this event we've been able to touch the leaderboard. Haven't been able to get it since. Or this current event, I should say. So we should be about top 50 by the time it all ends, most likely. I don't think we'll make top 20 though, but we should be able to make top 50. Which is what, 100 gems and a orb. So we get some of our gems back in an orb. As long as we make top 100 though, that's the main one we'd need to aim for. Because then we get 75 gems back in an orb. Yeah, we're handing out a code after this. Or are you asking what a code is? Redeem codes are things that we hand out pretty much every stream. And if you're on the PC mobile version, you just claim them for a small amount of resources. They give true treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. They're a loot of about 2 treasure gnome drops, basically. 2 to 3, depends how you look at it. And the most noteworthy drop in it is the gold key. Which, of course, is a random ultra rare hire. And with how many claims the codes have, approximately every 3 codes, someone would most likely be getting a mythic. Because of what the mythic drop rate is relative to how many claims the codes have. Which theoretically should be happening every week, even though we don't hear someone saying that they get a mythic every single week. That's probably because people are using it within their guild and stuff too. Your mouth is hurting from saying nom 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 every single time we keep devouring. Well, that is pretty much every single battle, multiple times. Pretty much just going to be saying that perpetually forever, with how high a rate of devour rate that is. But yeah, instant kills are super strong in delves, because it doesn't matter what their stats are. An instant kill will kill it regardless. So stuff like Iron Guts 100% devour and Dugof's 100% instant kill is excessively strong. I'm trying to just kill it with skulls at this point. Looked like we were all going to be able to get to it. Looks like we won't be able to though. That was kill with that. There we go. Dead. Most are saving them and spending them months later. Oh yeah, that's another factor too. Yeah, you're right. That is a good point. A good majority of people probably are saving the gem keys, aren't they? Because I know I am. I used to open them immediately, but I forgot about that aspect too. A good majority of people are probably saving them. Because anyone who's been watching my stream for a long period of time is at minimum mid-game, if not late game. And once you reach late game and further, you do tend to save your keys for when new mythics come out rather than using them immediately. Only in early game and mid game do you bother spending keys immediately. On Nintendo Switch, I still use all my keys pretty much immediately, other than event keys. You never use event keys immediately, but the other keys you normally do, and I'm still at that point on the other account. I do save them normally for on stream, obviously, but I do otherwise open them immediately. But yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, probably like 75% of people that get the code, who redeem the code, are probably saving them for the new mythic, which we don't have until 2 months from now. I mean, not 2 months, 2 weeks from now, I mean. The first week of June. I believe we're getting a hero class on the same day as well. We're getting an elemental hero class and a new mythic simultaneously, if I'm not mistaken. Quickly stunned, so we don't need to worry about his 30% reduction. So it wouldn't have been too big a deal regardless, because we're probably not going to bother killing him with skulls at this point. Might as well just kill him with Devourer into Zugoff. And that should be match, and he's dead. Throw that down. Throw that down. How many accounts do I have? I currently only play on 2 mainly. My main account, which is this, of course, and a Nintendo Switch account. However, we have had over a dozen accounts throughout the history of this game. These are only 2 I really play, though. My main and my Nintendo Switch. And there we go. I did say once we hit leaderboard, I would hand out a code. And there is leaderboard. We are now at 96. And is there any 320s above us? No, it looks like we are the highest 320. Which means we're pretty on track for actually doing correct order through all these delves. Because as you can see, all the other 320s scored lower than us, even though they did every single room. We did multiplier. We got either... It's a combination of us getting luckier or us taking multiplier order in correct order. And that's one of the reasons why you do this. As you can see, compared to all the other 320s, we're actually currently the highest scoring 320 in the entire game. That doesn't mean we necessarily did all of them as optimally, because once we get to, like, let's say, a, like, 450, then it might be a little bit different. But out of every single person at 320, we ended up doing the most optimal correct order, or at least luckiest. A combination of both. But, there we go. Okay, so let's go and hand out a code. Take our tribute, all that good stuff. And then we'll go mess with Mirage Queen a little bit. And then we'll go back to messing with Delves again. But let's go do Mirage Queen. Or first things first, I'm gonna go do a code. Let's see. Also, I have a message. What's this message? Oh, it's from Techni. Ooh. He's the highest level on PC Mobile, by the way. What's he saying? Oh, interesting. He might be rejoining the guild again. We might have a slot on Monday. Let's see. We'll have to check with guild. Yeah, I'll just mention that. Yeah, it'd be cool if we get him back in the guild for a little while. He's the highest level in the entire game. I forget what level he is these days, but I know for sure it's over 2,000. It's like 2,100, 2,200. Let's see, is he in global right now? No, he's not. It'd be pretty obvious. I believe he's currently the only one on PC Mobile above 2,000. But he is the highest level in the game. By a pretty large margin, too. I think the next highest is several hundred below him, at least on PC Mobile. I believe there's some people on console that are actually similar level than him. But I don't believe there's anyone on PC Mobile who's that close. No, he's not currently in global. But, he'll reply back later. Actually, do I even have a spot left currently? I don't think we do. We have a full guild right now, right? Not sure if they're kicking anyone. I'll go ask the guild real quick, though. Because it'll probably take a while before they reply back. Let's see. Are there any plans on clearing anyone this week or before next week? Anyone before next week? Highest level in game, yes. In game is curious about joining the guild again. There we go. He'll probably only stay for like a few weeks to a month, but he's normally excessively active whenever he is, obviously, because he plays so ridiculously much. But yeah, he's been... I actually used to jump guilds with him, too. I've been in probably like 6 to 8 different guilds with him, if not more. And he's also been in every guild I've ever been in, actually. He's probably been in more overall guilds, but he's been in every guild I've ever been in. For at least some duration of time. He normally hops a lot, though. But he's normally active enough that it's fine. Even though he's not like a permanent member of a guild ever. He's so active that it's... even if he's only there for a short duration, and having to replace that at a later time, it's still worth it. Because of how much he normally plays. What are Anonymous' requirement? I think it's like 5 million gold and some other stuff, isn't it? I actually forget what Anonymous is. I know my guild is in like the top 0.1% of highest requirements, but there are guilds that have even higher requirements. Mine's only 1 million gold, 200 trophies, and 1.5k seals, and doing good at all the normal guild stuff. Our trophy requirement is actually excessively low for a high-level guild, but that's mainly because we don't really care about trophies. We just care about the gold amount. So, of course, doing PvP is one of the best ways to gain gold. But we don't really care how you gain the gold, as long as you get the gold. Doesn't matter what method you use, which is why we have such a low trophy requirement. Because some people like explore spamming some weeks and other stuff like that. Yeah, I would say the average guild requirement, I would say, is 500,000 gold, 300 trophies, 1.5k seals, and, you know, just participating in all the guild-related events. That tends to be the average, I would say. Which is kind of funny that my guild actually has below the average of trophy amount. But that's mainly just because they're relatively irrelevant, the actual trophy amount. Of course, more trophies generally mean you're getting more gold. But for the most part, they're pretty irrelevant in the current state of the game. Why we don't really have a requirement set on it. Or at least not one that's really hard. 200 trophies you pretty much get automatically without even trying most weeks. Especially on Guild War weeks. But then again, I guess on all weeks, because not even Guild War, I forgot. They made it so all events now give 2 trophies per battle. All the guild-related events. Before it was just PvP, or sorry, just Guild Wars that end up giving it, but now all of them do. Power of Doom gives it raids and evasions. They each give 2 trophies each battle you do. What's a good team for the Delves event? What we're currently using. For the earlier battles, you can use Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, Double Gargoyle. The main premise of any team that you should be using is Mang Apothecary or Mountain Crusher Apothecary. If you're doing Mang Apothecary, do 2 support troops to keep your hero alive or scroll spam. And if you're doing Mountain Crusher Apothecary, you should put the best browns you have. Ideally Iron Guts, but whatever other good things you have underneath brown that might be able to work there. That would still upscale through the battles. Or if you're just doing the lower battles, things like Ketris, Tina, Gargoyle, stuff like that. Oh, why'd I do that? No! I should have... I did that in a really weird order. Why'd I do that? That's actually bad. Hopefully that gets transformed. Okay, it did. Oh, good. We got both the transforms. Never mind. Okay, we're fine. We got saved by Possessed King. He would have probably moved us if he didn't get a transform there. That works out perfectly. And now we can just devour both of them. That was really lucky. There we go. Oh, wait. Did we do that room? No, it's only a 1.2. So we'll take that into these 2. Oh, it's a 1.4. It's actually better taking this one. Another weird order. We'll take these 2, then we'll take top, then we'll take top right. Then take the bottom. I don't think we ever had to do this delve in this exact order yet. Right when I think this delve doesn't have any more possible random orders that it could possibly do, it surprises us with another random order for optimal order. I hate this delve so much. I think it has around 30 optimal paths. Probably more so than almost any other delve. It is very annoying. Just because of how many different multipliers it has on every single room. I just killed off a 4 brown, that's funny. But there we go, we'll do that room. Do this one, take the top, and then take the top right. We'll devour the Venberic, which luckily is not as annoying as the Dragon Soul. It's kind of funny. This room is a higher multiplier than a Dragon Soul room. However, but it's weaker overall. Right, its higher multiplier. Did I check the new mythic on Terran's World? Did they bother reworking it? I have checked it before. Did they change it recently? I know it's supposed to devour an ally, gain all of its stats, then replace it with a random daemon. And I think it had some other effect on it. Let me see. Let me go check. Did they change it? I don't believe they changed it. What is it? Deal magic plus 3 damage to a... Oh, wait, that's not the mythic, is it? No, that is the mythic. Wait, this is a different mythic than it was, right? Was this the one they had there earlier? No, I think this was a completely different one. Never mind. Okay, so I don't know what this one does, because this is a completely different troop than what was there previously. I guess that mechanic just isn't working properly that they tried doing with it. But let me see. It deals magic plus 5 damage to an enemy, boosted by red eyes at a 4x boost ratio. And skulls. Not that one that has skull spam, but it has empowered, so it doesn't get to have empowered when it gets summoned. So that's not too particularly good then. This seems actually really underwhelming. Let's see, what's its unique trait? Its unique trait is gain 4 mana when I take damage. Oh, that's interesting though. Because it does not... Oh, but it has immune to poison. So that's not really that useful. If it didn't have immune to poison, you could bleed poison it and that'd be interesting. But it has stealthy, undying, and 4 mana every single time it takes damage. That doesn't seem that good. Unless that also works on armor, or I mean on burning. Well, you know, like when he gets hit by burning and stuff too. But that's weird, because he has immune to poison, disease, and death mark. So the fact that he has immune to poison while having that is not that good of a combo. It's actually counterproductive. But yeah, next mythic looks really useless. We already handed out a code, JoeT. It's right over here. Never mind. I don't have it on copy-paste. Wait. Did I never post the code? Wait, did I talk about posting the code but never posted it? Wait. Hold up. You're right. I never did post the code, did I? I went to go check the messages, then I went on a rant, then I typed out the other message, but I never actually gave out the code. My bad. Hold up. Actually surprised no one else reminded me. Let me go do that. Copy. My bad. We'll go there, backspace, refresh, redeem, refresh, put that back, paste again, copy the whole thing. And there you guys go. There is the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com where you have the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever your game says there is what you put in. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just click copy and paste on it. And it gives the same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. It works on every platform except the console versions. So basically just PC mobile is what it works on. There you guys go. And there's another Valraven, bringing us up to, what, 6, no, back to 5. As far as how many more sigils we have left. And keep making that leaderboard. Okay, let's go check our mail, grab our redeem code, and apparently some legendary tasks as well. Grab those 2. And there we go. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, we still need dungeons. Before I forget, let's go do these final 2 rooms, and then we'll go mess with Mirage Queen. Still haven't done that yet, so we'll do that as soon as we finish up this delve. Okay, what do we take here? Let's grab a... let's take a blue for now, I guess. Grab that, get a mountain crusher down. Just grab all those blues. Get Devour onto his Scurvy Sea Dog because we have no other choice. Grab another Devour. Probably kill out the Raven. And that should be able to skull spam kill him. Only 1 skull is needed. And it doesn't even hit him, fail. And apparently we got more mail. Everyone's doing tasks all of a sudden. There we go. Another one. 8 gem keys as well. Very nice. We definitely need to repair that gem key stack. New mythic coming up, and we barely even repaired our gem keys. Hopefully the next one isn't too hard on us. Who knows? Maybe we'll start opening guild keys initially for them. But that or we'll go burn through glory keys. We haven't used glory keys for a while. There might be some rares I still need to get copies of or something. I don't think so, but it might be lingering around. I know there's still some commons I still think I need to get, if I'm not mistaken. If we do it based on base rarity, I believe there's still commons that are not mythics. Ideally, we should have all of them done, but I think I saved some of them for gold keys. Also, dooms don't count, nor do the dooms don't count and the gnomes don't count. But other than those, do we have any of them that are lower rarity? Maybe we do have all of them. I think I delayed like 1 or 2 of them that I didn't do. Oh, never mind. We might have all of them already. Never mind. Let's see. Never mind, we might have every common maxed. Oh, no, there is one. There it is, Nightmare. Nightmare is the only one that we haven't gotten upgraded. That's a fail. I would have to open the gold keys just to get Nightmare upgraded. That's a huge fail. Yeah, it's literally the only common I don't have maxed. So it's a pretty useless common, but still. Blight of the Lands is a magic kingdom, so it's pretty relevant to get up. Though it's not close to stars yet. Actually, it probably is. How many troops does this place have? I think it's just missing hero class, right? I'm pretty sure it's just missing hero class. Oh no, it has Red Doom as well. But yeah, if it gets another 2 troops, all it's missing is hero class. All it needs is one more Blighted Lands event. And yeah, then we'll need Nightmare upgraded. And then unfortunately, we'll also need the Red Doom upgraded. Which means we'll need to throw some blue orbs to get that maxed. Since by then we'd probably only have it at epic rarity or legend rarity. Probably epic, which means we'll have to throw 2 small blues or a major blue. So I'd probably just throw 2 smalls. But yeah, I need to make sure to do that. Poor Nightmare, so far away. Yeah, that's a lot of gold keys to have to throw to try to get that thing upgraded. Ideally, we'll throw gold keys down when a new when a new kingdom comes to the game. However, we haven't really ever had a new kingdom for a while, so we'll see when we finally get one, if we ever get one again. We haven't had a new kingdom for about 8 to 9 months now. But that's because factions are the new kingdom. Before, it used to be about every few months we used to get a kingdom. Right now we get a new faction every month, but we haven't gotten a new kingdom for 8 to 9 months because factions are the replacement for kingdoms. But it doesn't mean they were completely rolled out adding more kingdoms. It is something they might do in the future. They said they might start adding one occasionally, like maybe once every year. And it's almost a year. But you never know. That means we've accumulated almost 100,000 gold keys in a year. That's a lot of gold keys. Is that Mosaurus card any good? No. Isn't it 50% to devour submerged troops? I actually forget which one that is. But no, that thing's normally pretty useless. Just because of how situational it is. And the fact that it's not 100% or even above 50, it's just at 50. Okay, well there we go. We'll leave it out there for now. And let's go mess with Mirage Queen. And let me double check what troop you even mentioned. I think that was the one I'm thinking of, but it might be something else. Wait, what is it? I just typed it in and it doesn't come up. Oh yeah, that's the one I thought it was. But yeah, Mosaurus is useless. It only has 50% Devour on Submerge. Yeah, that was the troop I thought it was. Double checking. Anyways, let's go mess with the teams I wanted to do. First thing I want to try, which I haven't even bothered testing yet, is the thing that we said we would do when we had Obsidius. And that is this team right here. Mountain Crusher, Infernus, Obsidius, and Mirage Queen. It doesn't use green, however, that doesn't matter. Because we deny green off of our final trait. Or off our final troop, I mean. Ah, we're frozen on blue. Do I still go for it? No. We'll explode. And then we throw Infernus. We'll ever end his turn. We'll ever end his turn. Let's see, we'll move all that over. Again, we're still frozen on that color, unfortunately. Oh no, we're frozen on brown too. No! Didn't see our first thought there. There we go. We already got cleansed. Getting Obsidius in there. Let's see. Is there a 5x5 explosion for extra turn anywheres? I do not see any. Take it from there for now. Nice browns. Let's see. Do we have alignment on this? Yes, we do. So we'll do that. Get them all cursed. Now they really have no traits. And immune these. And they will last even longer as well. And then we just kill it with a Doomskull Poke. But yeah, that's what Mirage Queen looks like with that. And of course it gives half mana start to all of our allies. Oh, also, with this team, I should not be using immunes. Oh, actually, I don't know. Maybe we still keep using immunes. But instead of using Titan's immunes, we could be using the Elemental bonus. Which gives all elementals 1 magic every single time we cast a spell. which would work for giving Infernus and Obsidius more damage, if we wanted to go down that route. Yeah, it feels weird seeing these things have half mana start. They get their mana very quick, as you can see. Okay, so we just basically need to get Doom Skull alignment, hopefully, randomly. And we'll throw that down. There we go. Yeah, this wasn't the main team I was referring to that would probably be decent with Obsidius. We'll still mess with a few others. This is the main one I wanted to mess around with initially. Gonna say that looked like a pure green team. I saw the Arctic Fox and I was like, wait, no one would ever use Arctic Fox, but then I remembered it's green. It's like, oh yeah, we should probably click on it because the event with this week is green. And yeah, that is the case. He ended up doing a really weak one. Also, I ended up getting a vault key earlier this week. I believe it was Monday. I ended up getting a vault key from a jewel gnome. Not even a... And it was one of the first vault keys in months that we've ever gotten off of an event. It can only be one. But that was a real soul gnome. And what did we get from it? 2,500 souls. Not the greatest. Better than nothing, though. 2,500 souls is not too bad. Also, we haven't even done PvP 1.9k yet. Fail. Fail, fail, fail. Well, I guess we're doing that with Mirage Queen teams, then. Have you updated the Sunken Fleet Pure Faction team? I used one of each with the two tanky ones up front. So I use the crab in first slot, followed by the boat, followed by the converter, with the stunner in last slot. I believe is the way I ended up going with it, or when I did it earlier. Yeah, basically what I showed earlier. I believe that's what I showed earlier. I might have done it in a slightly different order, but it's still one of each. And if you were to double up, you would replace out the crab with a second Lady Mirana if you were bothered doubling up it at all. But I think doing one of each is still the better way to go. But look, this can even take out Rope Dart team not too badly. Though he's using a weird version of Rope Dart, so that's not a good example of it working against Rope Dart, though. But still... Oh wait, never mind. That wasn't even a Rope Dart team. Never mind. It had like the structure of it, but it wasn't actually like a full Rope Dart team. What that was for a second. I was gonna say, wait, he has a Doom weapon. Also, we don't ever need to worry about Lust when we're doing this team. One stun gets rid of all of those traits, which means one extra turn and we're good to go. Problem is getting an extra turn. There we go. And we already won. I will do it with this. Oh, I could have taken the red as well. Whoops. Whoops. And he's dead off Infernus. This team's not too bad. We don't ever have to worry about traits. First stun makes it so every single trait in the entire game is disabled except for Indestructible. But no one bothers running Dooms in PvP. It's currently the only player-owned troop that has Indestructible is Doom. The 6 Doom troops, but they're all pretty useless and no one really uses them. Okay, here's kind of a Rope Dart team without the Rope Dart. Also without the Quillin. I guess it's more like a Bunny to Divinish Bala team then, I guess. But we'll throw that down. Which is what a Rope Dart team is. That's what half a Rope Dart team is. We'll throw that down. Looks like we'll lose Hero again. How much I can really do to keep him alive because he keeps getting hit by a bunch of stuff. I do have alignment on this. No, we do not. So it's not worth going for. We'll just go and take a... we'll try for Sky Skull there. Try getting it over there. Didn't get it. Do I bother dooming? I don't think we doom him yet. Let's do that. Let's go spam us some. Unfortunately, that denies all of our greens. But we just explode into a ability. And that will kill. Problem is, we didn't get full mana on anything. Try it again. I could have probably doomed it, but oh well. And then we kill it with Infernus. That's match. There we go. And that's that. Okay, next one. What do we have? I take the super easy battle now. We'll take a real battle. Oh, we got the old standard divine before it got nerfed. At one point was the most powerful team in the game. About, what, 9 months ago or so? At least before all the divines got nerfed. We're currently entangled, so no point in casting Mirage Queen. Especially since they're all stunned. None of them have an immune, so we don't need the curse. Ooh, that's such good alignment. I gotta go for it. I can't not go for it. Wow, we actually got the kill off that too because we got so many dooms all at once. Amazing. I gotta throw Infernus down for now. I'll throw an Obsidius at it. And that should almost be match. And it was Infernus kill. And he's dead. Hello, William. Welcome. So, hello, Rajin. And Vespini, if I didn't already say hi to stream. And Ricardo. You do not have Iron Gut. Gluttony, Lamprey, Elf Eater. Of all those, Gluttony would probably be the best. If you need a replacement for that, Gluttony would probably be the way to go. And he will work for this faction as well. He's not the greatest of options, but Mountain Crusher into Gluttony would technically work. It's obviously nowhere near as good as Iron Gut, but he does accumulate some of his mana back, and he only requires 12 mana to cast, which is pretty small. So of course it's only 20% Devour rate, which is relatively low, but it's one of the best repeatable ones that is a low rarity troop. Okay, well, let's go get Infernus down, go from there. Throw that in there. Let's see. What do we need? We'll take the hit over there. Get ourselves a blue over. And then we use Infernus into, hopefully, alignment off of greens. It's the only problem with this, we don't really have much things that create green, do we? Well, we kind of don't need it because nothing actually uses green mana on our team. But we don't really have any good way to gain alignment on it either. Just kind of have to hope we randomly have it. Oops. Did I just die to that? The fail. Because I didn't... That was supposed to be an extra turn, but it didn't actually swipe for an extra turn. Because I moved the wrong one. We can actually lose this right here. I think we're about to. Can't even use our first slot there. Why does it keep getting Weavers so quickly? I feel like he casted like 5 Weavers on us. Okay, we'll take our red there. Not dead yet, but we're about to be. Come on, Infernus, you got this. I'm actually going to wait a turn. I need to get unwebbed, ideally. As much as I want to cast again. I think what we do is just take a green so he doesn't have as good as an extra turn chance. Oh no! Oh no, I didn't see that! The other way would have done it too. I did it that way to try to make sure he wouldn't get a skull fail. Oh, looks like we already lost with it. At least once. Okay, what do we grab here? Let's take a red, start getting Infernus up. We can 2-turn it with double surge. Do we have Mirage Queen? No, we do not. So we'll throw down a Obsidius. We can then Infernus him and then hopefully Mirage. Oh, we don't really need the curse off of Mirage. We just need it for its skulls. And at this point, we might not even need it at all. Here, have some skulls. We should be able to get a follow-up skull. Yeah, welcome to PvP, where you can randomly die to anything. Also, was that just JZG's team? Or did I see the name wrong? That was JZG. Hey, JZG, we just fought you. Why on earth are you using that as your team? Well, I guess because it's Green Week. Also, you haven't reached max honor yet? Let me help you. Oh, you can only do it at the end of battle. Oh, no, you can't. Never mind. I can still click on you and give it to you. Let's go with high five. There we go. Actually, I should have said helpful, because that team was definitely helpful for our green event objective, which I still haven't done yet. I'll need to. Doesn't take that long, though. We can get the rest of that done in an hour or less. Technically, we're slightly getting it right now just by doing PvP. But, yeah, we need to mess around with a few other Obsidious teams. We messed with it in Explore already. And, of course, this was the main one I wanted to do for PvP. But we need to try to figure out another one. And if any of you know of any, let me know as well. But, trying to think of what else we might want to use it with. Like, what other elementals? I guess we could try building a Guardian team. Like, half mana start on Humility is actually not that bad. Doing something like that. There's probably some kind of combination we can get out of that. That or with Courage. Then again, they're both use red, so that might not be a good idea. But with Humility, it seems like it would work out really well. Especially since Humility can create Doom Skulls as well. All the Guardians can. If there's a Doom Skull on the board, they can create Doom Skulls. Also, what's with everyone doing tasks all of a sudden? Got a lot of people doing tasks. That reminds me, did I even contribute gold this week? I do have some spare. Maybe we'll give another 1,000,000. But let me see. Did I even do my requirement? Yeah, I did the requirement. I don't know, maybe we'll do another 1,000,000. We are a little bit low on gold though, so maybe not. Because maybe we'll put it in next week. But we'll go claim this. Oh, never mind. That was our PvP tour. I was gonna say, never mind. That's not another person doing the task. That it is not. Okay, we'll take that down. Grab all that. Take a yellow over. Grab our not a free turn. Oh, he's stunned, so that would hurt him a lot. I guess we'll go for it to kill out, so we don't have to worry about skull reduction. But then again, they're probably never gonna have skull reduction with how much disable we have between curse and stun. And let's match. Just throw that wherever, and it'll kill both of them. Yeah, this team seems like it's decent. It's currently, to my understanding, this is the strongest stun curse team in the game, or at least among one of the possible layouts that you could do for it. But I'm not sure if you could really do it in a better layout than this. Maybe Essence of Evil or something. But you deny out the green, so it's a little bit weird. I think you might rather have the mana than the Essence there, but you could try it with Essence and maybe a few other things. But something along the lines of this premise is about as strong. Oh no! As you can make a stun disabled team like that, but oh no, 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 no. Okay, good. We're fine. That was almost bad. That's a Glory Gnome too, so every drop it has is insanely good. Better not get mana again. Oh, it's not dead. Oh no. That's really bad. Okay, come on, Infernus, kill it already. Wow, that lived way too long. That lived way, way too long. And he's dead. Let's see. You put non-meta annoying teams, but you have never bothered to customize it for events. Yeah, I normally don't bother changing mine for events either. Also, I wasn't paying attention. What did we just get off that gnome? Oops, let me watch the instant replay. I forgot we even had a gnome. Even though I was worrying about leaving. Let me see. What was our reward off it? It was 1,000 glory. Nice. Best drop that isn't a vault key. Very nice. Sweet. Oh, we got a whole hour's worth of glory in a battle. That's always nice to see. Glory gnomes are so broken with how much loot they give. Let's see. You have something to ask? How do you do ranked rewards? What do you mean by ranked rewards? I'm not sure, what you mean by ranked rewards. Do you mean for PvP, the 1.9k? You just get more rating. And to do that, all you have to do is just play some PvP battles. You do it in ranked PvP. 3 trophies will give you the most, normally around 30 to 50 or so rating per battle, and you need 1.9k to get all rewards in a given week. They might be expanding that to be higher than 1.9k in the future. As it currently stands, you only need 1.9k to get them done. Good morning, mister. Welcome. PvP ranked rewards. Oh, do you mean the ones for the leaderboard thingy? Those you get at the end of the week. And they're relatively trivial. But, you're referring to, these? But yeah, these occur at the end of the week. Once the week ends, you get whatever your current ranking is. And the ranking is based on this leaderboard. However, you can only see down to 100, even though it goes down to about 1,000. But, you can only see up to 100. But if you're in the top 1,000, you get better rewards. If you place anything worse than top 1,000, then you only end up getting the normal thing that it gives, which is 500 gold and 3 ultra rare ingots. But this occurs on Monday. On Monday reset, you get whatever your rank is. So if you're currently like top 500, you'll end up getting that loot. If you're top 100, you'll get this loot right here. It's not accumulative though. So for example, if you take top 100, you don't get each of these, you only get whichever one you place at. So if you make right here, you'll only get specifically this row or this column right here as your reward. It's relatively trivial. PvP, the loot that you get from PvP for getting a specific point in the leaderboard is so small. You get way more loot on your way to the leaderboard than you would from the actual leaderboard placement. But yeah, a good majority of people, obviously. Anyone who gets 1,001 or below, which is a good majority of every player in the game, since there's tens of thousands, you would just get 500 gold and 3 ultra rare ingots on the Monday reset. But yeah, that just occurs at the end of the week on reset day. But yeah, the rewards are really trivial, so you don't really need to worry about making that leaderboard. It's the least consequential leaderboard in the entire game. It's the first leaderboard that ever came into the game, and for that reason, it's the most outdated leaderboard in the entire game. PvP already gives enough loot that anyone who's making number 1 on leaderboard, their actual reward is the fact that they bothered playing that much PvP, because their main reward is all the gold they get along the way. Because of course PvP is the best place to get gold in the entire game. We don't have alignment on Mirage Queen, unfortunately. He has 2 imperviouses, so it would actually be pretty convenient if we could cast it. But oh well, we don't need to have it down. We'll kill it with normal damage, even without our stun and curse. And that's dead off of, finally, a Mirage Queen. And dead. Yeah, we can actually pretty easily calculate out the amount of gold that first place probably has. You take this number, multiply that by 3,000, and that is at minimum how much gold he got this week. Probably even more than that. But at absolute minimum, that number times 3,000 how much gold he got just from PvP. So if we take that number, let's get the exact number, might as well, times that by 3,000. And he has gotten, at minimum, like at minimum, probably even way more than this, he at minimum got 4,629,000 gold is how much gold he has gotten from doing number 1 rank on PvP. So obviously that is like the biggest reward that he actually got, and it's probably way over 5 million. It could even be closer to 6 million, but absolute minimum he got 4.6 million gold, and that's on top of all these rewards. On top of the 25,000 gold, which looks like 0 in comparison, 100 gems, 3 mythic ingots, and 11 of that 1 arcane. And of course, he's getting a bunch of trait stones already throughout it all, and a bunch of other stuff. It's not like gold's the only reward; it's the main reward that you get from PvP, of course. But anyways, let's keep messing with this. I'll go mess with a different team after this one. And then we'll go back to Delves. If anyone else has anything else Mirage Queen related, let me know. I want to find something mid-range though. Obviously this one uses a lot of mythics. I want to try doing something with Humility, I think. Seems like it would work out the best. I might need one mythic for that though. I do want to see what we can actually build out of a Humility half mana start. Because no Guardians had half mana start prior to Mirage Queen, and now all of them do. You can also use Mirage Queen with Giants, oddly enough. Every single one of the 6 trolls are Giants. Are Elementals. Of course, you would normally use them with Titan. However, you can theoretically use them with Mirage Queen if you wanted to. The most relevant one for that is probably the one that creates green, which is Forest Troll, because that would obviously have pretty good synergy with Mirage Queen, given that you would need those greens for Doom Skull spam, like that. So I can still lose this battle. But we'll throw that down for now. And okay, we won. And he's dead off a single skull at this point. There we go. Okay, so let's go do a Humility version of this then. Oh no, Rope Dart. Actually, before I do, see if this can win against Rope Dart. I want to test it one more time. Here's a real Rope Dart team. Or at least a version of it. There's quite a few versions. Ow. And apparently it still loses to Rope Dart. Or not. Never mind, we might still win. Never mind, we won. Get the Mirage Queen in there. And it's dead. There we go. Okay, now let's go do a different team. Yeah, Rope Dart's pretty annoying. One of the strongest weapons in the game. Okay, what did we get rid of? Let's get rid of the 20 to 100. We don't need these anymore. Just need it for that one video. Okay. Get Mirage Queen in there. Let's get a Humility and figure out what we build from there. What are elementals that boost amazingly off of magic? Let's see. I need, let's see. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this one, and then you change this to elemental. Okay. So what boosts insanely good off of magic here? Fire Lizard Loop. Yarrow Loop. And Furnace to some degree. Let's see. Rowan kind of, because we could also boost off the armor. Wow. Is there not a full AoE? Hold up. Where's all enemies? I always thought elementals have an all AoE of some kind. There's Garuda. There's Phoenicia. Deal triple damage if there's a firestorm. How do you get your firestorm though? We would need a whole nother troop for you to get your firestorm. Because that wouldn't be too bad. Because if it doubles that, that basically means whatever magic we feed into it will get double the effect. Did we just find a use for Phoenicia? We might have just found a use for Phoenicia. Interesting. But yeah. We could do that into Magic Gain, into, we just put an Alchemist there at this point? What do we need for yellow? What are we still missing color-wise? We're missing brown, or we're missing purple. I don't think there's a brown-purple that does that. For one, let's see if there's a brown-purple elemental that fits properly. Obsidious, that's funny. I don't know. Do we just go Obsidious at that point? Wild Queen is interesting, though. Not sure if we need to keep Humility alive because we want it taking damage. But we could synergize that with how much skull spam we have. You know what? Let's get rid of Phoenicia. Let's just go skull spam at this point. And now we could put like Courage in there or something. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a plan. Actually, should we put Hero in there? Well, let's do it without Hero first. But yeah, that could also fit Hero. We could fit any hero we want in second slot. Let's do Courage for now, because why not? There's currently no elemental hero class. So we'll do that. That'll give us quite a bit of bonuses too. Let's do it into a double yellow. Is there a +2 yellow, +1 red, -1 something? There's the inverse of that. So I'd prefer to have the double yellow, I think. Well then again, maybe double red actually. Yeah, we'd have to minus green. I don't want to have to minus green, so we'll go with that. Rename this to Elemental Skull. And this is what I was referring to as skull spam earlier. Yeah, we'll go with that. And see how it works. All 4 of these troops can create Doom Skulls. So it's technically a 4 times Doom Skull team as well. However, for Courage and Humility to do it, there has to already be at least 1 Doom Skull on the board. But more often than not, there's going to be at least 1 Doom Skull on the board. And if we get a magic buff, actually, really, magic buff would only be useful on almost none of them, actually. It's kind of weird that we're using Humility now, because actually very few of them would actually gain a benefit from that. I guess maybe we'll use Hero there and just have Courage there, and just put Hero in first slot instead. It'd be a lot tankier too. Wouldn't need to worry about dying as much at all. Okay, well, that didn't work out too well. Though we did just get a magic buff. So let's go steal it from you just in case it misses. Oh, I was going to say, why do we keep dying? It's because of that lust. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We can win solo it with just our 1 troop here. There we go. Wild Queen solo. There we go. We won. Easy as that. Okay, let's try that again. Let's try that against a team that doesn't have lust, possibly. Would be good. There we go. What does Courage do? Courage gives attack to all allies, and it creates a mix of red and whatever other color we choose. And you are allowed to target skulls, and you are allowed to target Doom Skulls. Okay, but yeah, I forgot about that combo too. Wild Queen into the Mirage Queen is an insanely powerful combo. Okay, we'll throw down another Humility there. At this point, we're just going to have infinite attack by the time we get alignment. You know what, let's just do it on skulls. There we go. We get more skulls on this board. There we go, finally got Doom Skulls. And still don't have Mirage Queen alignment. I guess we'll throw this down. And then we just Mirage Queen, even if it doesn't have alignment. Just get this damage in there. And a skull kills at this point. Yeah, I think we put Hero in first slot. Maybe Hero Assassin or something. Hey, we can go use Assassin for something. Because I don't think we actually need Hero to use its mana. I think we just run it with like Crude Club. Or maybe not Crude Club, I don't want to block our other slot. Actually, we run it with something yellow. What's a good yellow weapon? That's a good utility yellow. We'll take that over. Yeah, I think we run Hero there just so we don't die. We need a tank. Humility keeps dying too quickly. Especially because all the Doom Skulls kill it in like 2 hits. Let's see. Let's go and put, what do we have underneath yellow options? What do we have? I need to make sure whatever it is, it doesn't block our mana too much. Oh, you know what would be perfect there, but it doesn't exist yet? A yellow Doom weapon. I don't believe that exists yet. That would be perfect. But it doesn't exist, does it? Let me see. I don't believe it does. Does it? Let me see. I don't think it does. I think we've only had one yellow event so far, and it was for the useless other one. But we'll have this in a few months. What am I looking for? Of course, the one time we actually need the Doom weapon. That pure colored Doom weapon. And of course, the one we need it for doesn't exist. Looking for base rarity. Or even just rarity. Yeah, there's no Doom yellow weapon yet. Or, well, there is, but it's the useless one. It's the one that gives the life, not the one that does Doom Skull. But yeah, once they add that to the game, that would be perfect there. Not that one, but the Doom Skull related one. Unfortunately, there really isn't a replacement until that gets released. That's unfortunate. Oh no, we could use that new movement weapon maybe. We could use... What's this? A bunch of life, cleanse, and enchant all other allies? That wouldn't be too bad. What other options do we have? We have a silence option. I'm mainly just looking at the single color ones. I don't think I want a dual color. Eternal Flame. You guys remember when this was meta? That was ages ago. It actually got nerfed to be almost useless now. Unfortunately. I don't even have it upgraded, oddly enough. It has that annoying crate of yellow. Why on earth does it have crate 1 yellow? Doesn't make any sense. Why doesn't it not have crate 1 red instead of crate 1 yellow? That'd be actually a pretty decent weapon if it was crate 1 red. Light Sword creates Light Storm that we don't need an armor buff. What does Light Staff counter? Silence first enemy, enchant self. Create a yellow gem. Why do you keep creating one useless yellow? Let's see. Dawnbringer? No, Dawnbringer blocks too much mana. We need to make sure we don't block red. I guess I might just go with this weapon then. What's more of this other perks? It creates a Dust Storm. Do we even need a Dust Storm? No. What does this do again? Gain some gold, gain barrier, 1 mana. Yeah, I guess we'll use this. Create a yellow... Stop creating a yellow gem! Why does every yellow weapon create a useless yellow gem? Maybe we use the Cleanse Staff. Cleanse all allies, give all allies a bunch of life. What are your side effects? Please don't be useless. It's pretty useless. Seriously! Does every single useless yellow weapon in the entire game create 1 yellow? Fine, we'll just use this thing then. Because, let's see, what does Doom thing do? I probably want to upgrade the Doom weapon, so we're not going to bother upgrading that, so never mind. Fine, we'll just use that for now. Or Feast Loot. Oh wait, what was this one? I didn't bother checking this one. Give all other allies a bunch of armor, some attack. If there are 13 more yellow gems, give 4 life and magic. What are your perks, though? Destroy a red. Again, a useless one. A lot of useless ones. Okay, let's do this for now. I'm taking too long to try to figure out what honor if we want. But let's do this with a assassin. Where did assassin go? Equip and make sure it's all set up. Hunt is correct. Freeze is correct. 1 soul every turn is correct. Though you could also set it to gold. Backup or storm? Do we need blue storm or purple storm? I don't think we need either. But we also don't need the bandits. We have stealthy. We have dodge. And we have the 7% kill every kill. Yeah, we don't need either of those 2 storms, so we'll keep it at bandit, I guess, in case something else randomly dies. Okay, let's go with this then. This will be what we roll with. But yeah, unfortunately, the most optimal thing for first slot doesn't currently exist. We know exactly what it will be, but it doesn't exist yet. The yellow Doom weapon, whenever that comes around, will be the most optimal thing to put in first slot on this team. Unfortunately, that currently is not usable. And by not usable, I mean it does not exist yet. It won't until at least a couple weeks, if not longer. Okay, do we have alignment on that? No, we do not, so... I might just need to do this on green, if nothing else. Try to get ourselves the last little bit of mana that we need. Okay, we'll do that then. Okay, let's go get our attack and then just kind of go from there. We'll do that because it's guaranteed not going to die. Oh, almost did though. Pretty close. Still, where are all the Dooms, by the way? There's no Dooms on this board. Let's see. There's no yellow extra turn weapon, is there? That would actually been pretty useful. Oh, yes, there is. Rope Dart. Oh, we could just do Rope Dart. Duh. It doesn't matter if we block blue. Yeah, we can just do Rope Dart there. That'll work. Yeah, we replace that with Rope Dart. That'll be fine. At least until that Doom weapon comes into the game. Also, speaking of Doom weapon, we're owner for all the Doom Skulls. There's still 0 Doom Skulls on this board. There we go. There's Assassin doing what it does. And that's match. We just kill it with Mirage Queen. There we go. But hey, let's go bring out Rope Dart. But yeah, I'll just do it with Rope Dart, and I'll just say that the yellow Doom weapon is what you replace it with later. So you can kind of use something like that. Basically, any pure yellow weapon would be fine, but let's just do Rope Dart. There we go. Solution to everything. Put a Rope Dart there. No, just kidding. But it does work in this team. Yeah, Tower of Doom is next week, but it's purple Tower of Doom. So we're getting the purple weapon. It's not the yellow one, unfortunately. Okay, I'll take the browns over. Grab Courage. Do this on green just to get Wild Queen up. And spam Wild Queen like crazy. Before we do, though, let me actually cast the red ability one more time. Do it on green, I guess. And we should have a good board now. Steal some attack. Do a Mirage Queen. And he's dead off Assassinate. Yeah, this seems pretty solid. Okay, I think we figured out our 3 teams then. We do the Explore team, we show the Obsidious Stun team, and we show the Skull Spam version of the team, which is this. So I think we're all good to cover the video then. Probably the 3 teams I'll do for it, unless I come up with a 4th one between then and now. Or I mean now and then, I mean. What do I take care of? I wish we had something that did red to Doom Skull. That would also be pretty useful on this team, but there's no room for it. Unless the yellow Doom weapon ends up doing that. That'd actually be so perfect if yellow Doom weapon does red to Doom Skull. There's actually a chance that it might. Now, unless the purple does it. If purple does yellow to Doom Skull, then it probably doesn't. But I'll need to go double check that. Let me actually see. We could check it right now. I don't think we can see the purple Doom weapon yet, but I mean the yellow Doom weapon yet. But we can see next week's to see if it does purple to yellow. I mean yellow to Doom, I mean. Let's see. The Doom weapon on Monday does... Oh no, it does convert yellow to Doom Skull. That likely means that yellow does not do that. Not sure what it will do, but yeah, it's not going to do that. Let me see. Can we find another Doom weapon? Let's see. Doomed Mask. That's not what we're looking for. There's green. We're not getting yellow for a while. The Doom yellow weapon isn't coming until August 12th. That's still 3 months away from now. And it will convert all purple gems to Doom Skulls. Oh yeah, duh, that makes sense. But yeah, it doesn't do... Oh, well, we could use Purple Storm with Assassin, I guess. But no, I guess at that point I'll just use Rope Dart. But no, you can still use the Doom weapon there. And that would be fine, once it ends up getting added to the game, obviously. Doesn't exist yet. Not till August 12th. There we go. Okay, but yeah, August 12th is when the Yellow Doom is coming out. And that'd be the best replacement for Rope Dart. But I think Rope Dart might actually be better than it. Okay, we'll do that. Throw down another one. Throw down another one. Throw down another one. Luckily, we got Doom Skulls on the board now. Oh, I kind of missed though. Luckily, we get a freeze every freeze, so he's actually frozen right now. I mean, not a freeze every freeze, I mean a freeze every kill. I just say a freeze every freeze, it's funny. Oh yeah, that's funny too, I forgot. Bandit trait, one interesting thing about it, even if you use it in first slot, there's a 35% chance that it will still replace out your first slot as well. Even when your hero dies, it'll still replace over itself, which is kind of cool. There we go. Yeah, those are the three main teams that we would use it for then. The Obsidious one, which makes for the best stun curse option in the game. This one, which is just a fun skull spam team. Not sure if it's really excessively viable, but it's fun to use if nothing else. And using it for Explore, which is probably the one that most people would bother using it for. And those are the three main teams you'd use out of Mirage Queen. Probably a few others out there. Those are the main ones. And this is also the first time that you've been able to do half mana start on the elemental troops, or not the elemental, well, obviously elementals, but first time the guardians, because there's not a 50% construct start. So this is the first time that all 6 the guardians have half mana start, which means there might be some humility, justice, and a few other various teams that might be particularly viable now. Might need to mess around with that more later as well, but let's go ahead back to delves at this point. We'll get at least one more delve in for now, because we probably fell off a leaderboard, so I need to go reclaim that leaderboard and then do more later tonight. But yeah, this seems like the 3 teams we'll cover when we do the video. I'll probably be doing the video either later today or sometime tomorrow, either or. We'll definitely have it done this weekend. But yeah, definitely a really nice strip to mess around with. A lot of things that elementals can do, a lot of utilities in there, and damage sources. But let's see, how's leaderboard doing? Hey, we're at 99. Hey, we're still on leaderboard, ever so barely though. But let's go do another. We're the only person left at 330 on it. Oh no, never mind. Oh wow, there's another person that did better than us on 330. But anyways, let's go do our fight. Let's see. Let's just do one more delve for now. Same team as we've always been using. What's the Explore team? Oh yeah, I didn't show it in this set right here. There's a couple different versions you can run. It depends which way you want to go. If you don't mind not using hero, it's Sunbird, Rowan, Firebomb, and Mirage Queen. That is 4 times. That is 4 times of Elemental. If you want to run it that way, you can also go with Leprechaun and just have the double synergy into the triple synergy. If you want to do it that way rather than going 4 times Elemental. Obviously, you could put your hero in there and do something like Sunbird, the classic like Sunbird, the Imperial Jewel, followed by Firebomb and Mirage Queen, and basically just use it as a replacement for Forest Guardian instead. Basically the normal Explorer team you see me using, just with Mirage Queen instead of Forest Guardian. You can end up using it with Leprechaun synergies, any kind of similar Explorer team that ends up using a Leprechaun. Using it together does give you slightly extra stats. I forget what stat it ends up doing, but Leprechaun plus Mirage Queen does count for 2 troops towards Bright Forest, and that does give you some amount of bonus. And you could even triple that bonus if they ever add a hero class that's from Bright Forest, which currently does not exist. Who knows, that might even be an elemental when they do that, which would be insanely good synergy if that ever does come around. Currently it doesn't exist though. That probably does make the most sense. Bright Forest will probably be the one that gets elemental when it does come around. Actually, when is Bright Forest getting its hero class? Let's see. I don't think it's getting one anytime soon. Let me see. Oh, no, it is. Never mind. I lied. 2 hero classes from now is Bright Forest. However, why on earth are they making it Fey again? They need to make it Elemental. I might need to make a forum post on that. Like, hey, make it Elemental. Currently, it's not set in stone, though, because its traits aren't even determined yet. Its ability isn't determined. Its weapon isn't determined. Its traits are, though, unless it ends up changing. Wait, what on earth is that? Oh, wait, never mind. My bad. I thought that was its traits for a second. I was like, wait, what? Never mind. I was just reading its trees. But it's going to have Fire Tree, Light Tree, and Life Tree, which isn't that good of a combo. But we don't know what traits are going to be. It could have a insanely good unique trait. But if they change it from Fey to Elemental, it's actually going to become exponentially better. Hopefully they will, because we already have Fey hero classes. There's plenty of Elementals in the kingdom that it should be fine, keeping it as Elemental. There's something like 8 Elementals in that kingdom now, if not more. Because obviously the faction brought in 4, because it has whatever it had previously, which was already a decent amount. Yeah, let me double check that real quick. How many Elementals is in that kingdom? Let's compare Fey to Elemental. Bright Forest. Let's see. Fey compared to Elemental. So there are 8. Oh, never mind. There's a lot of Fey in this kingdom, isn't there? Never mind. 13 Feys. Okay, it does actually have more Fey than Elemental. I didn't realize there was actually that many. Almost every single thing in here is. Yeah, there's only 6 Elementals. Actually, 4 of them are from the things. Oh, never mind. Wow, that actually has a lot less Elementals than I thought. Never mind. I guess it does make sense that it's Fey. Yeah, that one's probably not going to be an Elemental, unfortunately. But yeah, it is 2 classes from now. Not next hero class, but the one coming in July will be Bright Forest. Which, I guess isn't relevant since it's not going to be Elemental, unfortunately. But oh well. We're not getting any Elemental hero class anytime soon unless they're going to change one of them to Elemental. I guess this could also be because no one kingdom has a lot of Elementals, but who knows? We'll get it eventually. Anyways, let's go back to the thing. Oh yeah, also I didn't bother doing Explore real quick. But yeah, doing it with Explore, you would do it like, not this team that I have set. I think I ended up changing it. But we tried messing around with Rowan. But we'll stick with Sunbird. Sunbird all the way. Sunbird's way better. But one of the options, though, if you don't want to use hero class, is do this. Do you even need to change your banner from that point? Probably not. But yeah, just do something like this. Sunbird, Rowan, Firebomb, and Mirage Queen. And set your banner either all in Sunbird or all in Rowan. And then you simply just kill with your one-shots. And if you don't kill with that, then you just cast the other one. And there you go. But you have that double cast option for when you can't instantly one-shot, which would be mid-game and early game, obviously, stuff like that. But obviously, you'd ideally want to try using hero class into a team like this. So you could do something like a Leprechaun and use a half mana start there. To do in Leprechaun into a I guess you just still use Prismatic, right? Yeah, you just still use Prismatic. I mean, not Prismatic, you'd use Jewel. So put a Jewel there. So you have this kind of option, and you also have this option with Firebomb. And you would put this back to the other banner, the +2 purple, +1 yellow. You have this as an option. Clear that filter. But you have this as an option, which ends up giving you some amount of bonus. You end up getting the HP bonus off of Bright Forest. So you have that going on. Though you could also do it for the Elemental bonus instead. So if you go for a Firebomb there, you'll also still have a really similar bonus. If we go with Firebomb, we now have that bonus. We have an attack bonus from using Pure Red. And we also end up having a attack and HP bonus. The same HP bonus from having Leprechaun there. So yeah, your overall damage is actually the same with Leprechaun as it would be with Firebomb, oddly enough. So depending on which one is better for your team. Basically, the way that it goes is if you have half mana start, like if we were to use Shaman for it, it is better to use Leprechaun. If you do not have half mana start, it is better to use Firebomb. So if we were, for example, to go try leveling up, let's say, Warlord, still another one I need to go level, this one would be better with Firebomb. But if we were using one that did have half mana start, we'd want to use Leprechaun there. Both of which give you 6 HP. Actually, the other one might give even more than 6 HP. Or no, never mind. I believe I have that pet max. I have to forget if I have that pet max or not. It might be, because the default's probably 2, and then it has a 3x multiplier on it. Let me go double check, though. Do I have that pet maxed? Because I know the elemental one is maxed. If it is maxed, then... oh, no, it isn't even maxed. However, I believe it's effectively maxed. Because at 2.75, there are some pets that gain their max effect. Rather than that 3 times. But yeah, I believe it is at max effect right now. Max effectiveness.
So it doesn't matter which one you use. If you use Firebomb there or if you use Leprechaun there, assuming your respective pet for that bonus is max, they both have the exact same 6 HP increase. The Elemental one does give you higher attack, much higher attack. It gives you 9 higher attack. But obviously attack in something like Explore means basically nothing because you almost never use your attack value whatsoever in the context of Explore. So having 9 attack means basically nothing. Anyways, let's finish this last delve and then we'll probably call it a stream for now. And then we'll be back in about 7 hours from now for the nightly stream. And we'll be doing the exact same thing. Mainly just delves and trying to get deeper. We'll need to get 500 done this weekend. Do pure faction. Okay, we'll throw our instant kill onto you. He'll take a skull and then we'll be able to devour him and we'll go from there. We'll try getting Zugoff back up a little bit. We'll need that for the instant kill on the other one. We can now devour that. And now we just need to get that to full mana. Let's see, what do we take here? He'll take a thing over, we'll take a Browns over. We'll grab another mountain. And then we just kill it out and that'll be fine. There we go. Hello, David. Welcome. Okay, what do we take here? We'll grab our red to score there. Also, I didn't bother seeing that as I was reading through all the other things. But good night, Ben. I'm pretty sure you already left by now. But have a good night. Catch you later. You even realize you end up leaving. My bad. I was answering the other question. Got so preoccupied I didn't see the other comments. Okay, we'll throw that down. Take our skull. Not like we need it, but if we get 2 more, we could actually kill it that way. You know what? We will do it because we have an extra turn right there, and now he's dead. Take the extra turn method with all the skulls. Yeah, if anyone else has any other questions, let me know. We'll be wrapping up in the next 5 minutes or so. That should be about how long it takes to do the rest of these battles. So I guess we'll take the treasure room 1.15. I'll take this one first, though, just to get a little bit better loot. But I still want to try taking multiplier order, even though it's a treasure room. Just because we are going for leaderboard, so every little bit of points counts. And it might make it so we don't have to spend 200 gems, which would be a lot of saving if it does come down to that. Might as well keep doing multiplier order. Because getting a little bit of extra gold and stuff is not that effective compared to saving 200 gems. Oh, throw that down. And what else we need? Let's take a blue for now. Grab another blue. Throw an explosion down. And then we just get Devour on him. And that'll be match. There we go. Next battle. We'll take the treasure room. And then we take the bottom 2, and then we take the final room. Okay. What do we take here? We'll grab a blue over. That'll be full mana. Then just throw that over. Then we can go take a instant kill somewhere. I'll take brown for now. And then we just go throw a Devour down. Get Devour onto that. Boom. Throw it on there. And get another mountain. Get a Devour onto that. And then a Devour onto that. Do I ever get sick of Gems of War? There are times when I'm more interested in the game than others. But for the most part, no. I never get like extremely sick of it. Like there's days where I might only play it for like the absolute minimum just to cover content, as well as weeks that I sometimes do that. But I don't know, it just depends what they're releasing at a given time, what the meta's currently like and stuff like that, as far as how interested I am in it. Normally I don't really play it in long sessions. Normally the longest sessions I ever do is when we normally do like these kind of streams. like on Fridays and Saturdays. Normally it's the kind of game I would pick up for like half an hour, put it down for a bit, come back, you know, like you normally would with mobile-like games. Not one that you would sit down and play for hours upon hours and hours, unless they add new content that's worth doing it on. But just doing normal grinds, I normally don't bother doing it that way. But I don't know. I normally don't really get bored of the game. There's times when it's more interesting than other times, but I wouldn't say I ever really get bored of it. And if it ever does happen slightly, I just do other games in between. Or play both simultaneously. Or, you know, one game while playing another game. Or just do it while doing YouTube or something else. Just while I'm preoccupied. What do I take here? Grab down a... What did I even take here? We'll take the red over. Get our mountain down. Grab all the greens we need. Take our Devour onto that. Grab our mountain. They'll be able to just kill the instant kill on any of them. Unfortunately, though, they all have immune to Devour the rest of his team. So I'll just take that for now. Throw this down onto his other damage source, the more annoying one. And at this point, I guess we just hope we get lucky off a Possessed King. And of course we don't. I might just have to kill him with normal damage then at this point. And try killing Zugolf on the other. And then you let the scroll spam kill him out. Seems like the way to go. He does have 50% score reduction though. Oh no, he might kill our hero. Not nice. I have almost no way around that. I guess we'll take a barrier real quick. Let's see. I kind of need another barrier. Keep him alive. We'll do that for now. Hopefully we'll randomly get a barrier here. Otherwise, we lose hero. Luckily, we got it. And then we can just instant kill into pokes. And a smash. Dies off a Possessed King. Or anything at this point. There we go. And down it goes. Any other questions anyone else has? Because we'll be ending out after this battle. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend, though. Leave a like on the stream if you guys enjoyed. And, yeah, we'll be back, as I mentioned, later tonight in about 7 hours from now, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we are every night. And mainly just going to be continuing what we're doing right now, basically. Trying to get deeper in delves until we can eventually get 500 Pure Faction done and go from there. And that will be our third max kingdom as well, once we get this kingdom maxed. Okay, what do we grab here? We'll take that. And he dies off the Devour. And there we go. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekends. Best of luck with the delve. And we'll continue the last 15 that we need to do later tonight into tomorrow. It looks like we might need to buy another pack because we only have 7 more battles plus Val Ravens before we currently have the 3 tomorrow and then whatever we get from Val Ravens. So we might need to go 1 pack deeper. But then we'll know for all future ones that we need to buy all the packs and then the 7th pack twice. So we'll know for future reference about how many it takes. Of course, Val Ravens could fall differently depending on the week, but generally we'll have a general idea of about how many we need. Anyways, guys, I'll catch all of you later. Thanks for stopping by, and goodbye, everyone.